their summer at a racetrack. But what about those that can't make it trackside? With Sault Sports Trackside on Sault Sports TV and True House Sports Radio, it's the North's only show dedicated to short track racing. Based in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, the show features exclusive interviews with some of the top drivers in the North, like Chase Wilson, Daniel Bebo, Mark Laxo, and Xavier Carter. Here at Trackside with Sault Sports, we have several opportunities to market your product on and off our show every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and race nights at the track. Your business gets TV time from a watermark to a commercial. The opportunities are endless. More TV time means more marketing impressions, and if a driver or racetrack shares our video to their platform, your impressions skyrocket to a brand new level. Motorsports fans are the most loyal in the sports industry, and what keeps them coming is just not the track experience, but the coverage we provide. To get fans closer to the action, while getting the drivers and our marketing partners noticed through our social media pages, with views increasing throughout each season of the Sault Sports website. Our partners have seen a jump in advertising impressions, giving them more opportunities to sell their product. There is a great marketing opportunity with Trackside, with Sault Sports and True House Sports Radio. Let's make you successful and help you take the checkered flag this season. Short track auto racing has a notable history in Northern Ontario and the EUP of Michigan, where racers have strapped into machines for nearly 25 years in front of the best fans in the world. The at-track experience is the reason why fans decide to spend their summer at a racetrack. But what about those that can't make it trackside? With Sault Sports Trackside on Sault Sports TV and True House Sports Radio, it's the North's only show dedicated to short track racing. Based in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, the show features exclusive interviews with some of the top drivers in the North, like Chase Wilson, Daniel Bebo, Mark Laxo, and Xavier Carter. Here at Trackside with Sault Sports, we have several opportunities to market your product on and off our show every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and race nights at the track. Your business gets TV time from a watermark to a commercial. The opportunities are endless. More TV time means more marketing impressions, and if a driver or racetrack shares our video to their platform, your impressions skyrocket to a brand new level. Motorsports fans are the most loyal in the sports industry, and what keeps them coming is just not the track experience, but the coverage we provide. To get fans closer to the action, while getting the drivers and our marketing partners noticed through our social media pages, with views increasing throughout each season of the Sault Sports website. Our partners have seen a jump in advertising impressions, giving them more opportunities to sell their product. There's a great marketing opportunity with Trackside. With Sault Sports and True Sports Radio, let's make you successful and help you take the checkered flag this season. Short track auto racing has a notable history in Northern Ontario and the EUP of Michigan, where racers have strapped into machines for nearly 25 years in front of the best fans in the world. The at-track experience is the reason why fans decide to spend their summer at a racetrack. But what about those that can't make it trackside? With Sault Sports Trackside on Sault Sports TV and True Sports Radio, it's the North's only show dedicated to short track racing. Based in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, the show features exclusive interviews with some of the top drivers in the North, like Chase Wilson, Daniel Bebo, Mark Laxo, and Xavier Carter. Here at Trackside with Sault Sports, we have several opportunities to market your product on and off our show every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and race nights at the track. Your business gets TV time from a watermark to a commercial. The opportunities are endless. More TV time means more marketing impressions, and if a driver or racetrack shares our video to their platform, your impressions skyrocket to a brand new level. Motorsports fans are the most loyal in the sports industry, and what keeps them coming is just not the track experience, but the coverage we provide. To get fans closer to the action, while getting the drivers and our marketing partners noticed through our social media pages, with views increasing throughout each season of the Sault Sports website. Our partners have seen a jump in advertising impressions, giving them more opportunities to sell their product. There's a great marketing opportunity with Trackside. With Sault
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to welcome you to today's OSFL action on Sault Sports TV from Superior Heights Field here in Sault Ste. Marie. Today's game features the second place Huronia Stallions, who sit at 6-1, versus the third place 5-2 Sault Sabercats in U18 OSFL action. The Sabercats are coming off a 27-17 win over the Junior Argos, while the Stallions are coming off an 8-0 loss to the first place Vaughan Rebels. And here we are getting started early on with a massive boot, and Gazzetti takes it from his own end zone, and Gazzetti gets some space, and look out! Oh, what a job by Huronia, number 15.
Ball goes over Gazzetti's head, an absolute beautiful boot.
Eric Schwartz, the kicker, comes in, and
deep in our own end zone.
that looked dangerous, as Gazzetti is known for turning on the jets and going. But my name is Tony Bonifero, joined alongside Coach Ray Bazawa, Jay and Shaw Houselander in studio, and Chris Carr on a chair. Ray, thanks so much for joining us here today, and looking forward to this. Good start here for the Cats.
Yeah, you know what? It's been great. We've been trying to get this matchup together on the mics here, and our schedule just pan out, and now it's going to pan out, and now we're going to get a great game here today. And just to point out, there was earlier mentioned to us, there's the kicker on the Huronia team is headed to the University of Alberta to play for them this year. So, as demonstrated by his kick, he sure banged a long one, and then Gazzetti was able to almost break one free there.
I was watching him in pre-games, and he was hitting 40-yarders like it was going out of style. So, Varpio out of the gun for the Cats. Varpio, he looks deep, and he has a man, Nate Carter. And Carter, decides to go up with two hands. Good defense by Sebastian Sereno on the play. You'd like to see Carter go up with two hands on that one. He might be able to come down with it. But
yeah, I think the defender got a little bit of a tug on the arm after the initial contact, and he was able to make the play on that. So hats off to the defender. But I think if Carter went up and two-handed that, like you said, I think that would have been a definite completion.
Alex Varpio leading here.
Varpio from the gun. Gazzetti lined up behind him. Three receivers to his left, two to his right. Varpio sends him in motion. Varpio with a little hitch pass to Nate Carter. Nate Carter with a catch, and he's taken down by number 48. Kyle Jenkins. That's going to be close to the first.
Yeah, you know what? Those are those plays that the NFL is trying to outlaw now, and I wouldn't be surprised to see those that sliding hip tackle come out of the junior loop in the near future.
I hear you. That a little early to get into these types of topics to get too controversial, but I agree, man. But I find that such a hard thing to not teach at this level, right? That tackle, right? But you're right. That is what they're trying to get out of the game, and it's dangerous, right? We've seen so many injuries like that.
Yeah, you know what? It's not so much the grab; it's the how they're pulling them down, right? And avoid knee injuries and stuff like that. You never want to see somebody at this age ruin a knee like I've done in the past. Yeah. So,
and the Cats come out in their big package, and number 41, Ethan Carchidi, and he picks up the first down easily. Gets about 6 yards. It'll be first down and 10 Sabercats. Coach, that's a tough play to stop, right? I mean, they just put all their muscle, all their beef, and that's a tough play to stop for a defense.
Yeah, you know what? I seen them do it in the game last week that I did, and they had Grant Matheson back there, and he's a load to stop. But Ethan Carchidi's no slouch, you know what I mean? He played a lot of in the core program, and he was able to run the ball straight up the gut there and make it an easy first down. So,
Varpio, three receivers to his left. Gazzetti lined up behind him, two to his right. From the gun, Gazzetti moves over to the left of Varpio. He motions up. It's going to be another pass, little hitch pass to Trudeau, and that's just off the mark, and that'll be incomplete. Coach Baz, I think one of the topics going into this game clearly is the health of Matty Tucker, who's not playing today for the Sault Sabercats, the starting quarterback. Talk about what the impact of losing your starting quarterback has for this team.
Well, you know what? It's always a really tough play, but, Varpio's got a lot of playing time in the chorus system, and in the last game that I did, I thought personally it was the best game I had ever seen him play so far. So, he comes from a great lineage there. His grandfather, Glennie Wazilnik, a star athlete in his own right, and, so...
And what a hole that is. Gazzetti gets the hole, puts his shoulder down, and a touchdown saving tackle by Mitchell Belcourt.
Sabercats.
And that'll be a first down and 10 Sabercats.
If they're able to mix a lot of the run here and with the play, with the pass, and set it up, I think Coach Arzetti's calling the offense, and I think that's the right combination and mix, right? Keep them off guard and not knowing what they're going to be coming out with.
Varpio, again, 3 receivers to his
First
left.
and 10.
There's some motion to the right by Madaw. And Varpio with a beautiful throw. What a catch
Varpio
there
gets
by
across the
McPherson.
middle. I believe that was Jack McPherson.
Man, that's a beautiful throw and catch right there. We had a perfect angle.
Those were the throws that I was talking to you about that he was making on the last one. There, it
Again,
looks like
first
Huronia is
down,
in that
Sabercats.
cover one scheme with the safety over the top right now. So it's, he's got to judge where that safety is and kind of push him off. So.
And Varpio, again, Gazzetti takes the ball. Gazzetti trips over the 20-yard line, and he's taken down for a short gain.
Yeah, it looks like about 2 on that one. So
Tackle by number 33.
they are marching down the field, so I got to think Coach Antonello is pretty happy with this start so far.
Trent McManamy. with the
Trent
tackle.
McManamy on the stop. Yeah, no question. For those, for those people watching, maybe from down south who haven't seen Gazzetti play before, I'll give you a chance to kind of talk about him and what he has to bring to the table after this play here, as it's 2nd down and 9.
They took Varpio out. You're interesting to see what they're going to do.
So that's Goche in at quarterback, Dakin and Goche. I'm not sure what the call is.
Flag almost immediately.
Somebody run offside or somebody encroaching into the neutral zone, obviously here.
So Coach Baz, just talk a little bit about Nathan Gazzetti and what makes him so special.
You know what? Probably one of the most polite kids I've ever coached. I had him in the chorus system with me when I was coaching junior over there, and quality parents. Dad's a city police officer, mom's a nurse, and just comes from a great family, and extremely respectful. You tell him something and he absorbs it like a sponge, right? He just keeps getting better and better and better, and that speed, that's just something you can't teach, right?
Yeah.
You can enhance it, but he just has a God-given ability.
Yeah, no question. I think you hit the nail on the head with the speed aspect there. As Varpio comes back in the game, there's motion right. Varpio rolls to his right. He stops. He throws to Trudeau. And Jaden Trudeau with a touchdown catch as he leaps over 2 Stallions. And that's a start you need if you're the Sabercats with 6:59 to go. That's a, 17-yard touchdown pass for the Sabercats.
You know what? That's the same throws that he was making on the money that whole last game, and he just looks like he's really starting to come in on his own. And I know, speaking with his mom, actually I coached his mom at Boating back in the day, basketball, so she was a good athlete in her own right. But he puts a lot of time in and just throws and throws and throws every night. So.
And the kick by Vecchio is good, so the Sabercats will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Great start. That's exactly what you need if you're the Sault Sabercats, without a doubt.
Yeah, you know what? I'm Jamie Antonello, right now head coach. He's been.
Just a reminder, sessions are open.
He's been really good. So today's sponsors, TD sponsor, we're going to get back to, and just like to give a shout out to TD sponsor Cobb's Bread. The home of the amazing. The food down there is terrific. I stopped there more than I probably should. So hats off to the Cobb's Bakery, and then Johnson Bujold, Reliance Home Comfort. Touchdown sponsor is and True House Radio, Sports Radio. Timeout sponsor today will be True House Sports Radio as well.
And yeah, we were talking about Cobb's Bread in the first game. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I hadn't been there before, and then I saw they were sponsoring, so I stopped in there, and they insisted I try one of their raspberry scones. Coach, I have been back way too many times since I went for a raspberry scone. Place is unbelievable.
I'll let you know the apple pie scones are just as good.
Okay. That'll be my next one then.
Judah Davis, Aiden Young back.
So the Sabercats off to, and they're going to do a short kick on the close side of the field, and it bounces, and the Cats recover it. Nate Carter.
Short kick.
What a play.
Recovered by your Sabercats. Looks like number 10.
Was that Vecchio who made that catch? Who kicked
No,
that?
it was Landon Vecchio made the kick. He looked like he kicked it with his wrong foot.
What a kick that was. That was the most perfect kick you can have. as that was tremendous. Took the right bounce, and Landon Trecarton will be okay. He's a tough kid, but he took a shot there. But what execution by the Sabercats, pulling all the punches here, and it'll be first down and 10. What do you think about that call, Coach?
Momentum changer. Those are the ones that you're building on something already. That you've established a momentum, and when you're able to catch somebody off guard on a kick like that, definitely. And you have to be wary of Vecchio's leg because he can pound the ball as well, right?
So the Cats take over first and 10 from their own 45. 3 receivers to the left. Gazzetti lines up. Gazzetti in motion. Varpio. Varpio underthrows that one. And great defensive play by number 2, Sebastian Sereno with the stop. That's a height advantage there. I think that's what they're trying to take advantage of.
It sure is, but the technique on the Huronia defender is pretty good. But looked like he got away with a little bit of a pull on the arm, and Carter was letting the referee know about it ahead of time there. So we'll have to watch for that to see if something comes to fruition over on that side.
The wind is really starting to pick up here, and the Sabercats are throwing into the wind, so that's definitely something to consider. Again, now Gazzetti takes it, and Gazzetti is swallowed up in the backfield by number 56, Cooper Long.
It's something you coach the little kids when you're teaching them to throw the ball, and Varpio kind of let that one sail off the top of his hand. And you always preach to the kids when you're throwing one of those balls into the wind, it's got to be thumb down, right?
Yeah.
So when he threw that, he kind of had it off the saucer on the hand there, the Statue of Liberty throw. So makes it a little bit challenging, and hats off to the Huronia defense there. They jammed up that middle pretty good and didn't get Gazzetti through. So
Judah Davis and Aiden Young back to return this punt here by Nate Carter. Snaps good. And Carter, that kind of went off the top of his foot a little bit.
Yeah. Carter's kick is very
That's
high
and off the side of his foot. So we'll see where the officials decide to spot this one. It looks like they're going to walk it up to close to the 30. 33-yard line. I felt like we were watching the what's that Price is Right game there, the cliffhanger on Price is Right, where they keep going up by 1.
Yeah. Well, Nate Carter, he's got a great leg, and and I did a lot of that play-by calling in the high school loop, and when Nate catches them, he can really catch them, but when he shanks them, they go off the side, and I know they've had Neshoba Moore kicking a few as well, and he's got quite the leg, so we're going to watch to see if Nate can get that back on track or they make a switch there.
So first time we get to see this Huronia offense out here, after about 7 minutes. So Hudson Young, he takes it, he hands it off to Matthew Graham, and Graham is stuffed for a short gain.
Grant Matheson had nothing doing to that. So
Grant Matheson, it's funny, I coached Grant Matheson when he was when he was 8, 9, 10 years old, right? And he was this lineman type player, and now he has just transformed himself into an absolute animal at the linebacker spot.
He's pretty versatile. He can play the line, he can play from the backer spot, everything. So
Young takes the snap. Young, he looks deep, and he's got a man. And great play! What a defensive effort! Who was that?
Defensive effort.
Number 29. Dakin and Goche with an unbelievable coach. You coach that stuff. You can talk about that.
That was great technique on his part. Another kid that comes from great lineages. His dad was a great player in his own right. Probably even playing tonight for the Sioux Steelers tonight. And all the Goche boys are great athletes. But that was textbook coverage. He used the sideline to help him cover the side, and he used it to his leverage. And as soon as the ball came down, he just pulled that one arm away and made the play. So
yeah, beautiful.
But it was a great ball.
Yeah, nice throw. Absolutely. It looks like is that Gazzetti back to return?
Yep.
And the punt off the side of his foot, and he still gets an outstanding bounce, and it's taken there by Gazzetti. And Gazzetti tries to make a cut and just goes up the middle, and he's taken down by Nick Stewart. So the Sabercats will take over first down and 10 from their own 41-yard line.
I got a big kick out of kids when they make the play, they make the tackle, and they kind of lay on it a little bit more. They give you the old hands up freeze game. It wasn't me.
That's right.
All you're doing is putting yourself in the spotlight. The referee's going to go, okay, well, it's really you were. So
yeah. Oh, absolutely. We've been there. Yep.
So interesting to see now if the Cats can come back here and make a little bit of some headway here since the last drive got stymied. It's a quick 3 turnover on downs here. So
Varpio again from the gun. Cats come out in their usual formation. Running a bit of a freeze here. Varpio takes the snap. He looks right. Again, hits Trudeau on that little hook
Nice
route.
little fire pass up the middle for James Trudeau.
And he's taken down by number 34.
yeah, Huronia was showing a little
Noah
bit of a
Miles.
blitz back there, and they brought their safety down from the top side to come in the box, and they sent one of their backers on the end, and then they kicked out of it after the Cats got them on their freeze
Half
call.
a yard.
Yeah, I like that little hook route, right? I mean, so often you see teams just want to air it out all the time, but we've talked about this for a number of years. That 5-yard, 7-yard hook route is the most deadly route in youth football, right? In youth sports, right? In high school sports, I feel like. And there's Gazzetti again, and Gazzetti gets swallowed up by Peyton LaPointe Ward.
Yeah, there's definitely a miss on the interior line there. The guard looked like he went to the wrong hole to make his block, and let the defender come right in there.
You know what? Give Huronia credit, though, right? You cannot let Gazzetti get going, and it seems like they know that. It seems like every time Gazzetti touches the ball, there seems to be 1 or 2 guys right around him, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, it doesn't take much. He ran the 100 meters in, 10.79 seconds or something this year? Like, just insane. So, Carter, again, to kick into the wind, and Carter puts that one high in the air, and this reeks like no yards, and it is.
Carter
And Aiden Young wisely picks it up, and they're going to call down by contact, and there is going to be a no yards call, I believe. The fans are yelling it's their ball, but little do they know it was a no yards penalty.
We do have a flag on the play.
Which we're going to have to see which variety this one is. So
I would think it was a 5-yard. I mean, there was no one really, he was probably 4 yards off, but I don't think there was any ill intent, right? That was a weird bounce. Those ones on the weird bounces, Coach, like, what are you supposed to do if you're a player, right? Like, you never know. So that's why I like those as being of the 5-yard variety.
Yeah, you know what? It's got to be the intent to do it on purpose, right? And then again, that's Nate Carter. That's 2 kicks in a row now that he needs to get some improvement on if they're going to have any success here.
Yeah.
It's a field position game when games are this close and teams are this, even keeled against each other, and it's going to be interesting to see if they can get some changes going here. And I'm sure Nate's not trying to do it. He just catching off his foot, rushing, get back to his mechanics and get everything moving properly. So
yeah. So it'll be first down and 10. It looks like there is no penalty for no yards. So, because it was the kicker that was the guy that was within the yards, so that's why there was no flag. So that makes sense. Good call by the officials. Hudson Young, again, in the gun, 3 receivers to his right. He hands it off to his left, and it's taken up the middle by Nick Stewart. He scampers for about 7 or 8 yards. We'll call it 8. It'll be second down and 2.
Yeah, that was a good play call. A little bit looked like the quarterback turned the wrong way in the backfield to get his hand off. So he adjusted pretty quickly there, and he was able to get the ball in the hands of the running back.
He's done that a few times today, and I'm not sure if that's by design or not, but I agree with you, right? It looks a little – that's the second or third time I've seen them try that. So, again, motion to the left here, and there's a little hitch pass to the outside, and that was a wobbly ball by Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. So decision time here for the Huronia Stallions early on in this game. Second down and 3. What would you do, Coach? Looks like they're going to punt. Do you like that call?
Well, if you got a kicker of the caliber that we've heard about, I'm kicking that ball. You're at the 50-yard line. You don't want to turn it over and give the opposing team that much ground right off the bat. So if I have a kicker of this caliber, but with that said, you know what? You have to watch out for the fakes here because if they know that and he's going to pound them, you can always just get a short one here. So
Eric Schwartz is kicker. Dakin and Goche back to return, I believe, for the Steelers.
Oh, rough snap.
And that's just a little, and he just angles that to the sidelines, and that takes a good bounce, and that's really well played. Goche takes a shot
picks up an end over
by number 20, Nick Stewart.
He's met by about
But
3 or 4.
Goche's not an easy
Stallions.
man to take down, as you
Stewart.
know, and he's able to walk that one
First
through.
and 10-yard
There
catch.
is a flag, it appears, on the play. We'll see what the call is by the officials, but the Sabercats will take over first down and 10 with 1:42 to play in the first quarter with a 7-0 lead.
Looks like the penalty was illegal block in the back by referee Edwards. So it's going to back the Cats up a little bit here to get the start going here.
So the Cats will take over first down and 10 from
That'll be
inside
holding
their
against
own
Cats.
20. It looks like on the 17-yard line. This game has massive importance in the overall standings. Obviously, the winner of this game clinches second place and home field advantage. The loser will start on the road and have to play on the road. So this game does have a lot of meaning for both teams.
Yeah, definitely for us. It's great making the other teams come from out of town from a Sabercat fan perspective. So
Varpio's pass to McPherson, and McPherson finds some space, and he's taken down by number 2, Sebastian Sereno.
30 for a first down, Sabercats.
I got to tell you, Coach,
Sereno with the tackle.
Jack McPherson, the improvement that young man has made in the past year has been absolutely incredible, right? He was a serviceable wide receiver. He did his job. But something seemed to have clicked, during the high school season this year where he finally put it all together, and he's been an absolute monster for the Sabercats team.
Yeah, he's been improving every year, and it helped the St. Mary's Knights to their city title this year. So he was an integral part of that, especially when Matty Tucker went down and he had to play quarterback. So.
Yeah. And there's Varpio again. Varpio wisely throws it to Gazzetti. Good read. And Gazzetti gets close to the first down. We'll have to see the spot here. And the spot is going to be real close. We'll see. Looks like it is enough for the first down.
First down,
See, that's the one thing about Varpio that I have to give him credit for right now is, I've watched Varpio play for a long time. And Varpio, his game has always been just throwing the ball deep. That was always what he would do. I love the fact he's playing the check down game now. He's making these beautiful reads. His game's really progressed.
You know what? I would credit a little bit of that to Coach Arzetti calling that play too, right? So you don't always need the bomb, and that's the biggest thing I suggested to the junior team when they were playing. So
yeah. And nice throw by Varpio. That's intended for
Varpio
Ray
trying to get
Ramil.
it down low.
That's
Looks like to
incomplete.
Ray Ramil.
I seen that.
Ball's incomplete.
Obviously, my son's the head coach for the junior loop there.
Gabrielli with the defensive
We've
play
had
there.
some good discussions, and obviously, I'm an old defensive coach, but I do see some tendencies when the things are opening up, and I told them they had to really get the ball to Grisdale and let him do some things. Like when you got elite athletes, you got to give elite athletes an opportunity, and they did that today, and it worked out for them. So this is kind of the same scenario here. So you got some terrific wideouts, and you got to utilize them.
Varpio. 5 guys in motion to the left. Varpio rolls to his left. And Varpio throws it up to McPherson. And what a play by number 3, Mitchell Belcourt. He picks that off.
Fantastic
Mitchell
interception by
Belcourt comes
Mitchell
out of
Belcourt.
nowhere for the interception for Huronia.
I don't know if he came over from the safety spot there or not, but he wasn't there, and McPherson was running up the sidelines. He was wide open, and terrific play by Mitchell Belcourt, 100%.
Yeah, you got to give him credit on that. That was an outstanding play there, and that's exactly what Huronia needed, right? Now, we've played one quarter, and we've only seen Huronia's offense. Correct me if I'm wrong. We've only seen them for 3 plays, I believe, on offense, or 2 plays on offense. So, the Sabercats have done a good job of controlling the clock here so far.
Well, the first quarter, the longer you have the ball and they don't, your opportunities of winning are a lot better. So.
And you know what, though? To your point, though, the Sabercats team has always been, they have big plays all over the field, right? Big players all over the field. And for them to kind of, dink and dunk and get a few yards here, a few yards there, it's not something that they're necessarily used to, but it's certainly working for them early on here today.
Yeah, they seem to be trying to see where the holes are in the defense of the Cats here, and the interior line has been holding up their own. So, Coach Antonello is a defensive genius. I spent a lot of time with Jamie, and he spends so much time on film and learning tendencies and stuff like that. He always has his kids prepared, right?
So Varpio, or it looks like they're in are they in their big form?
Full house set here?
Yeah, who's that at Q right now? Is that, they're in their full house set? And there we go. There's a nice little run under center, but
Hand
no,
off to Aiden Young.
they did not get
He's
much
met
at
hard at the
all as
line of
Aiden
scrimmage.
Young is swallowed up.
Grant Matheson's having a game here already. And
Evan
if they
Navarro.
let him get off, and he's just going to be a
First man
beast
there.
all day.
Gets the tackle. It'll be second down.
Second
after
down
a
and
very
9
short
after
game.
a short gain.
You know, you were talking about the evolution of Grant Matheson, and you're seeing it here right now. Going from the defensive line to the linebacker position, and when you run through a hole and you're running into Grant Matheson, it's like you're running into another lineman. So
And he started off as an O lineman too. Let's not forget that, right? Like that's where he started his career. So, hey, Hudson Young, out of the gun. Young looks left. Young looks. He has a man. But what a play by number 22, Kieran Juma.
Kieran
He climbs
Juma.
the ladder and makes an incredible
High
interception.
points it.
Coach Baz, back-to-back
Absolute beauty of an
outstanding interceptions by both teams.
oh, you know what? That's
Sabercats.
just that's elite kids making elite plays right there. It's Mitchell Belcourt makes one on one side, and Caden Juma just comes back and does the same thing on the other side. He jumped up in the air, had two hands up instead of the old. I always coach that, you know. If you can't get your at least one hand on it, if you can get two, get the two. 'Cause, let's get the ball and get that takeaway, right?
Absolutely. So the Sabercats will take over first down and 10 from their own 40-yard line, going right to left on your radio dial. 11:08 to play here in the second quarter.
I'm sure the Cats would like to get on the board a second score here, in the first half and keep the momentum flowing. So
I mean, they've dominated the game here early on, right? So you'd like to be up a little more than 7-0 or have a little more to show for it, as that pass by Varpio is incomplete. But you know what, though, to our point earlier, the Sabercats team has elite wide receivers all over the field. And you have to credit the secondary so far of Huronia, right? Like, sure, they've allowed one touchdown, but they've knocked down far more passes than they've allowed, and they've played pretty well so far.
Well, they're not in first place in their first division for nothing, right? So, but I got to think that, the success with having Nathan Gazzetti run the ball is pretty important. So if they're going to spread them out wide here, you got to utilize some of Gazzetti's speed here.
Varpio gets it to Gazzetti in space, and Gazzetti cuts it up, and what a tackle yet again by,
good hard run.
I believe that's number 48, Kyle Jenkins. And again, Kyle Jenkins, I mean, let's give the kid credit. He just made an open field tackle on Gazzetti, and that's not something that's very easy to do, right? So give him credit for that.
Looks like Coach Antonello decided to get the punt team out here. We're going to see if Nate Carter can get one. He was kicking into the wind the first two times, so now he's got a little bit of wind in his back. Hopefully he can make a play here and get one off and put the Cats in some great field position.
Nate Carter will be punting, and back to return yet again is Judah Davis, number 1, and number 10, Aiden Young.
Based on where these gentlemen are here for the Huronia Stallions at the 30, they might want to move back because if he catches one.
Oh, they're running a fake here with Gazzetti to the outside, and Gazzetti gets some space, and he easily gets the first down, and he's finally pushed out of bounds by number 12, Aiden Manitowabi. And that's a first down and 10. Gutsy call by the Cats, but that's what we were talking about, right? Get him the ball in space.
Yep, exactly. I said they have to utilize his speed, right? And when you elite athletes make elite plays, right? And that's something that they definitely have to utilize.
So the Cats will take over first down and 10
First and 10 from the 49 of Huronia.
from the Stallions' 49-yard line. Go ahead, sorry.
You got to think Coach Alex Gordon's going to have to start catching on some of those and not happy with that coverage, right? You always got to, when you're on the
Looks
field,
like right back to Gazzetti.
you're trying to make sure that happens.
Noah Miles brings down Gazzetti after a gain of 3. Call it second down and 7.
Miles. 48, Kyle Jenkins.
And it looks like Varpio's coming out of the game here. And they're bringing in
Dakin and
Goche. So second down, and it'll be second down and 6. It looks like they gave him a gain of 4.
Yeah, this will give them a little option whether Dakin wants to keep it or hand it off, and because he's pretty dangerous in space as well. So
4 receivers lined up to the left. Gazzetti motions to make it 5. And there's a little throw to Gazzetti, and Gazzetti gets crushed, and that's
intended for Gazzetti. He gets hit as it happens, but we do
I'm
have
not
a
sure
flag
what
down here
referee
on the
Fitzpatrick
38,
saw
39
here.
yard line.
We'll see what the call is. That was also close to a lateral. They're calling offside on the defense.
They were lined up in the neutral zone, I think. So
yeah, so that'll be, looks like we'll replay second down up 5 yards. So that should be second down and 1 if my math is correct.
All right, looks like your math is spot on. Nice and easy when it's right in front of us,
exactly.
so it makes it easy.
So now they're going back to, they're leaving Gauthier out there, it looks like. I like this.
Gautier's pretty experienced at the quarterback position, playing for Matt Adams' senior team. So, it's not like they had a rookie back there for sure. So I would not be surprised to see Dagan and just keep this one. So,
and to your point, Gauthier keeps
it wasn't. It wasn't. They snuck in Karkidi there.
Oh, that was Karkidi? Okay.
Gauthier gets across to the 35.
Yeah, you're right.
First down, Sabercats.
That was Ethan Karkidi on the run.
33.
Another terrific kid from terrific family. I had the privilege of coaching Ethan with the Core Junior program when I was before I retired. So.
Yeah, I coached the Karkidi boys in hockey back in the day. Outstanding kids and great family. And Dad Ralph, Mom Anna put up with me for hockey and for a number of years. So Ralph helped me out a lot. So there's another snap. Varpio takes it. Varpio, and his pass is knocked down by number 24, Peyton LaPointe Ward. As a defensive coach, but you must like that defensive lineman, get those hands up.
Yeah, you teach that all the time. If you're not going to get there, you get your hand in there. And, it looked like they had Ethan Surreal kind of running out there. And to be honest with you, if that pass wasn't knocked down, the defender was in a great position to potentially pick that. So that could be a blessing in disguise for the Cats currently.
Second down and 10 here. Varpio again lines up in the gun. 3 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. There's the snap. Varpio looks. Varpio, had Trudeau deep, but too much pressure. And what a play by number 42, Austin Brabant, with a great sack. And that's a huge play for the Huronia Stallions.
Kudos to the Huronia Stallions for their coverage on the other end, because that made that a lot easier for that defensive line to get back to the quarterback. Varpio he shake and bake the first guy, and the second guy, he turned right back into him. So when you're going to turn, you always coach the kids, if you're turning away from it, you just got to keep running, and he turned it right back into it.
So Carter back on to punt yet again.
Well, there's a full 10 to go here, so actually there's a full 20, so you're going to think he's going to punt this one pretty hard.
And Carter, that's a way better boot, and that's going to score a point. What a kick by Nate Carter.
With a beautiful kick.
Coach Baz, you got to love it when the players make you look good, right? You called it exactly. So,
yeah, that was a coffin corner. We've seen a lot of blue in that corner when that ball landed, and you can see all the black rubber come up when it landed, so I'm sure that's the single.
So that'll give the Sabercats an 8-0 lead, and in a game like this, every single play is just massive, right? Every single point is huge. So that's a big play there for this team. And again, with 7:14 to play, this Huronia Stallions offense has just been stymied by the defense of the Sabercats.
Yeah, you know what? They've been there, but the plays are available, and I think it's going to take Coach Gordon's staff over there to come up with a little bit something different that maybe the Cats aren't prepared for. So
Hudson Young lines up. He's got 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. He's got a tight end lined up to his right, number 31, Richard Ladisser. And there's some motion to the inside, a little trickery on the inside. And what a play by number 64, Kent LeBlanc. Outstanding play by LeBlanc of the Sabercats.
You talk about a young man there that I've just seen his whole game has evolved. And
loss of 4 yards.
Last year I think he was injured for a good portion of it, and to come back now, and he just was a beast down there in the trenches.
Young from the gun. Young hands it off yet again, and what a hit! Oh my goodness, Grant Matheson.
Wow, I hate to see anybody, but that was a whole. He came through there like a missile. Just incredible.
That's a highlight reel play right there. You put that one on your tape that you send away, but
I'm telling you, I'm not quite sure what the mechanic they're obviously doing that little setup on purpose, but
Yeah,
his
you see
spin
I know.
That'll be
is
third down.
taking him right out of the flow of the play. So I'm not
For the
quite sure.
Stallions.
Yeah.
You know, I'm up in the booth, so I'm going to just give my observation. Coach Gordon's probably, he's done this for a while, sounds like, so he knows what he's doing. But I just don't see the technical part of that.
The only
that
thing,
play.
the only thing I could think of is if he opens the one way, then linebackers make the immediate read right to wherever the quarterback opens. So maybe he's trying to get them to make that extra step. There's another nice boot there, and it takes a good bounce, and it's picked up by Gazzetti, and Gazzetti just falls forward for about 5 or 6
Beautiful
yards.
effort by Neshoba
Smart
Ward.
play there.
Almost gets
Yeah,
it.
but even when you're opening up, we were talking
Kick is
about,
retrieved by Gazzetti. He gets
that's
5 or
that
7
half
yards
second that
coming
you
up.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
that you're
Okay, first
allowing
down,
the
Sabercats.
defender can come through. Like Matheson made a great play, and credit to the line for opening up that gap for him to get through. But it doesn't look fluid, I guess is the way I would put that, right?
I completely agree. I'm just, I know that, again, that's a read that some linebackers make, right, is automatically wherever the quarterback opens, right, that's where they make their initial read. That's
Right.
the only thing I could think of, but I agree with you. It takes him out of his momentum, and it just looks a little awkward, right?
We always teach you, when you're handing the ball, if it's a 5 o'clock pivot or it's a 7 o'clock pivot, and
Varpio takes over here. First down and 10 from midfield. Varpio looks. There's that little hook pass.
Varpio,
Jaden
nice little
Trudeau
pass to
with a nice
Jaden
little
Trudeau.
catch there. Picks up about 7 yards.
Nice catch.
See, I like those plays, right? Those are almost like modified run plays in my mind, right? They're just little.
7 and 7 makes 14, and that's a first down in my book.
Second down and 3. 5:15 to play and counting. Varpio, 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Gazzetti lined up right behind him. Gazzetti motions to his right. Varpio looks to his right. He hits McPherson, and McPherson gets some space,
Hold on to the ball.
and McPherson falls forward for 30 yards. What a block
30
by
yards
number
downfield
84,
before being
Ashton
tackled.
Sachin on the play. As Ashton Sachin came out, I'm not sure if he was lined up as the tackle on that play or if he came, and he
With the
came out
tackle.
and he made that key block which sprung him. And what a play there by the Sault Sabercats.
That's another kid for the Cats. I coached Austin in junior football, and he was a
McPherson makes
defensive
the
guy for
catch.
me. And now you got to see him
Follows
out
a
there on the
beautiful block.
offensive line, and he developed down there under Coach Annett.
Gets it all
And
the way down the 21-yard
but
line
another kid
of
that's
Huronia.
really excelling, and he's recently signed to come on with the Sioux College team next year. So.
Yeah, he comes from a great family again in his own right. He's actually lined up in the guard spot, and he came out and made that block. So nice play there. And now Varpio, he rolls to his right. He looks. He has Ramil, and that's just out of his
Varpio
reach.
rolling right has Ramil
Ray Ramil.
just over his
I
head.
feel like Ray Ramil throughout his football career has played every single position on the field. He's played everywhere from his Sioux Minor days when he was a quarterback to he was an outstanding linebacker for a number of years. And now in his older age, he's gone out to play receiver the last couple of years, and he's done pretty well out there. But, I coached Ray for a number of years, and, he's one of those kids, yes, coach, no coach, do whatever we ask for. And, nice to see him having some success. I believe this is his last season with the Cats, if I'm not mistaken. So nice to see him out here and getting some reps.
Looks like we got McPherson down on a knee here, maybe a stitch or something. Hopefully that doesn't take him out of the game for too long.
He took a shot at the end of that run, so I don't know if he's still trying to catch his wind from that or what, but he definitely took a shot there. So with 4:21 to go. So, Coach, we've kind of seen how this game has gone here back and forth so far. If you're Huronia, your defense has done a pretty decent job, but your offense has really been struggling. If you're Coach Gordon, what kind of adjustments are you looking to make going forward?
You know what? You're going to look at. You're going to have your coach. You're going to have a talk with your coaches when you get back. You've got 4 minutes to go in this half, and you don't have the ball. But you're going to have to make some adjustments as to what you want to be doing. They've been trying to get that ball up the middle, and what I'm seeing from their offense is the guys they have in the backfield aren't catching the blocks from the Sabercats linebackers in line. So I think that's just one of the adjustments they got to make. Somebody's got to pick up that blocker because they can't let Grant Matheson dominate that game at that level right now. So I think you do agree that their quarterback's got a pretty fairly good arm, and maybe they need to get back to some of the small 7 and outs.
Yes.
Right, and I think that's something that from what I can see right now, that I would go after. But their defense has been stellar today. They allowed the one series to go down. The Cats got them off guard, but now with the way they've been playing, their coverage has been elite. So it'll be interesting to see what the Cats can do here and maybe get up another score.
I tend to agree with you. It seems like most of Huronia's passes have been deep so far today, right? Hit that those like low to intermediate routes, right? So short to intermediate routes. As nice little cutback by Gazzetti, and he finds the hole, and he scampers down to inside the 5-yard line. Great play design there. You could see right from our angle, you could just see the hole open up. So great play call there by Coach Orazzetti.
Some pretty nice blocking from the interior line there as well.
Yeah, we got to give a shout out to those linemen. Noah DeValentine,
first and goal.
Ashton Sachin, Marcus Palumbo, Drew Esposito,
Ryan Favero at center.
And Ryan Favero, the center, have done a great job here so far today. Varpio, again, 3 receivers to his right. Gazzetti lines up to his right, goes in motion. Varpio looks left, and they run that little hook again. And it's in. Jaden Trudeau for the touchdown.
To Jaden Trudeau for 6.
That little hook route, like we've talked about all day, right? That 7-yard hook route. One of the most deadliest plays in youth football, I find.
Oh, what's the coach going here? They're going to try and go for 2?
Yeah, you got to, if you're at 14, 1 point just gives it to 15. They're going to try and extend it, make it
I'm more of a big fan of the 1 point and
so,
forcing them to go for the 2 if they're up at that point, right?
So Ray, I grew up with the motto, and Bill Belichick always said this. That's kind of where I got it from 20 years ago. You only go for 2 when you have to go for 2. So I'm a huge proponent of the 1 point guy always, unless you have to go for 2, right? Yeah. And Varpio here, the snap's a little high, and Varpio wisely just takes a knee so he doesn't get crushed.
Snap goes over Varpio's head, he takes
it'll be 14-0 in favor of the Cats. But to your point as well, right now, it's instead of being up by a touchdown and a 2 point convert, now they just need the 2 touchdowns and the singles, right? So.
Yeah. That's kind of new school thinking, and that's fine. That's that's why they're down there and we're up here.
Yeah, absolutely.
To me, I would have rather been up the extra 2 point convert and comfortably making them have to force a throw, right? And I know Jamie's got a lot of confidence in his defense, the way they're playing so far, and quite frankly, today I liked that they're playing under control. In the past bunch of games there, I've seen them, getting a lot of objectionable conducts and doing the dumb things. And today, they seem like a focused group. So I'm sure Jamie stressed that point today.
Yeah.
Cut the crap. They were playing an elite football team. We got to play elite football today. So, but the 1 point, I still.
But it's true, right? Teams almost in today's football, it's almost like teams panic, right? And there's so many times in a game where you watch a team go for 2 points in the first half. And then by the time the fourth quarter comes around, you're sitting there thinking to yourself, man, if I would have kicked that one or if I would have taken the single, it'd be a totally different game, right? You see that at all levels, though.
Yes.
So,
yeah. When the Steelers were doing it, kicking it every time or throwing it for 2. And
what a boot that is by Vecchio, though. Coach, you called it. Said he can absolutely boot it. And Aiden Young now takes it in the end zone. Aiden Young able to get it out. And Aiden Young is finally dragged down from behind by number 41,
picked up by
Ethan Karkidi.
He does well to get clear out to the 10, 12-yard line.
Yeah, the 2 players look
Ethan
like,
are
you getting it or I'm getting it? And they just weren't on the same page there. That was a terrific run out, though, I got to tell him. But Vecchio, it's even the Cora Junior game. AJ Cochamilio, terrific leg. All these great soccer players that are, making the transition over to football and making some great kicks. So we're being treated here to some great kicking going on by both sides.
So the Huronia Stallions will take over first down and 10 with 3:07 to play. They need some sort of drive here, right? They need to just get a couple first downs, try and get some momentum. Hudson Young motions, and he hands it off to the left side. Number 20, Nick Stewart.
Stewart tries to get around the corner.
Nick Stewart falls forward for a short gain.
See, that's some of the shenanigans going on here between Vecchio and that, which was it for? Looks like Ivan West, number 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff that they don't need to see right now. They're trying to get back in the game. Sorry, my mistake. Matheson Barr is the gentleman there. But you don't need to see that right now. You got 3 minutes left in half. All you don't need to give somebody a free 15 yards somewhere.
Young takes the snap. He rolls to his right. He's got a man deep. And what a defensive play by number 29.
Pass attempt to number 10.
Dakin and Goche.
Yeah, they're going to get a roughing the passer and
they are?
and give him a shove. That didn't need to happen. So
Matthew Barr was running wide open on the corner route over here.
But we do have a
just
flag on the
missed
5
him.
yard
But
line.
again, that pressure that was coming.
Dakin and Goje made a terrific play, but that's that. I talked about having that smartness and awareness, not to take a penalty that you really don't need. You just he made a great play there. Now you're going to give him a free free first down here because you didn't under control. So it's intensity, and you got to love the intensity from Grant. But he's been around the game a while now. He knows better that he didn't need to make that play. Right, the ball was gone. You didn't need to give him a shove.
So the Stallions will take over first down and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
That's good for 15 yards and a first down for the Stallions.
Young waits for Aiden Young to come onto the field, and he does. So they call a play, and Hudson Young now lines up. He's got 2 receivers to both sides. He takes the snap, and he hands off up the middle. And decent run by Nick Stewart. He picks up 3 or 4 yards, brought down by surprise, Grant Matheson.
Matheson again with yet another tackle.
Atoning for that, play that maybe he just didn't think all the way through. So I'm really surprised that Huronia is still trying to run the ball on the interior here with 2 minutes to go. You want to get the ball down the field. Maybe they're trying to set something up, but I really haven't seen anything yet. The Cats are playing some decent coverage here on the outside. So
Noel Kukin motions to his left, so now there's 3 receivers to the left. ISO down here on the right, and he looks to the ISO, and there's that little hook we talked about. Great route by Judah Davis, and that's a perfect route to get the first down.
Yeah, terrific. Nice hands there by Judah Davis. Just getting to the spot, getting his first down.
Yes,
and now they're going to move the sticks.
Huronia.
And there's a flag that just came late. I don't know if that's going to go against. That's going to go against Huronia.
Referee Edwards, somebody must have said something down there that he didn't like to hear.
And Hudson Young goes out of the game.
Oh, maybe not have a mouth guard, so is this a warning?
Yeah, I think it's a mouth guard warning because Hudson Young just ran
He just ran into his bag, and he went right to his bag, so I'm betting it's a mouth guard. But maybe that's the second time. They probably warned him the first time because they typically give you a warning for the first one. Oh, that's 15 yards. So that's
I believe that's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
It's got to be unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
So you know what? That's that discipline. I just finished saying we've had a really good game, and maybe I jinxed them, but.
So it'll be second down now in 16 yards. Or are they calling it improper equipment even?
15 yards? I've never seen a 15-yard improper equipment.
No, me neither. Me neither. I think the coaches are having a conversation about this, or the officials, are having a conversation about this, as there's, again, last week, or we did a game here a couple weeks ago where the officials actually had a microphone on, and it was awesome. Like, it was really, Grev was the official, did a great job of explaining things. I really like that, and that's a tool I wish that they would incorporate a little bit more once the officials feel more comfortable with it, right?
Yeah, you know what? It's I know they've been experimenting with it, but they've had some technical issues with it as well. So it's not something every referee's familiar with. So
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I really enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
Because then the little things like this, right? There's that little bit of explanation, right? So
well, typically we get from the signs I can pretty much make out what they're doing. But,
yeah, exactly.
That one I'm not sure that I completely understood. So.
Yeah.
Because it looked like a mouth guard infraction. Yeah. He probably told him to put it in before, and he came out with it again, so they nailed him for it.
Hudson Young takes it, and he hands it off to number 31, Ryder Ladisser.
with a good hard run.
And Ladouceur picks up about 6 yards, so it'll be 3rd down and back to the original line of scrimmage. They're going to give him an extra yard, so it'll be 3rd down and 9 with 2:10 to play.
Huronia is going to be hoping their kicker can pull off another kick, but he's kicking it into the wind here. So if he doesn't catch it really flush, could end up with the Sabercats with some great field position here.
Yeah, we were kind of hard on Nate Carter in the first quarter, but maybe it was because of this wind too, right? You never know, right? Like
I'll give him part of that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I watched them go off the side of his foot, so
fair enough. Okay, yeah. So number 15, 15, Eric Schwartz again on for the punt. And Schwartz's kick, I like his directional kicking, right? He might not kick it the furthest, but that's a difference right there. That's a 35-yard difference, right? Almost 40-yard difference. So with 1:57 to play, keeps it away from Gazzetti, shifts field position by 35 yards. I mean, that's a win.
That's something you're going to teach, right? When you're kicking into the wind, direction to kick it out of bounds, don't give them an opportunity to do it. So pretty smart coaching on the Coach Alex Gordon's staff here to make that play. So these Sabercats with a massive opportunity here, Coach. If they can somehow march down the field, or if they can somehow put up 7 points here and go into the half up 21-0, the way your defense is playing, you have to feel pretty darn good about yourself. So at minimum, you want to come away with another 3 points here. You know, when you got somebody with Vecchio's leg, you can get him into that position. It's going to be really critical here. But you also don't want to test those corners from here on too much and get the ball. So, you know, with 2 minutes, you can methodically work your way down the field.
Varpio leading out your offense.
So Varpio, again, takes it. 3 receivers up top. Varpio spins, hits McPherson, who's obviously feeling better. And McPherson takes it up the sidelines, and he's finally taken down by number 33, Trent McNamee, yet again.
First down, Sabercats, 35-yard gain.
I'm not sure where that speed came out of there.
I was going to say that's clearly not from his dad.
Well, it's probably from the McPherson side. His Uncle Muzzy, who's probably listening in and watching. Muzzy, I hope London's treating you well, buddy. But your nephew here has had a couple of great plays, and he's having himself a whale of a game already. So,
yeah, big play there, and that's what you need, right? I like that little quick hitter. Let McPherson make a play. So that'll be a gain of 35, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Sabercats from the 25-yard line of the Stallions. Varpio takes it. He hands it off to Gazzetti inside. And Gazzetti finds a hole. What a cut that was. My goodness, Baz. That is next level stuff.
25 yards, 26 yards on
You gave him the old bleeding eye fake there, and he's in the end zone.
Man, oh man, have we seen some highlight reel plays today, and that is going to be another. That shoulder juke, that's next level.
That was shake and bake with extra crispy on it, that one right there, buddy. And you could see the Huronia kids not too happy with it. They just let that score, right? It's critical that they were, try and get out of the half, only down 2 scores, and now they're going to be down 3 by the end of this.
So it looks like Vecchio on to attempt the extra point. And the kick is up, and the kick is good.
21-0. Sabercats off to a great start in this game, but you know what? Huronia is in first place for a reason, so they're not going to just roll over and finish this game out. So second place, my mistake, but still top 2, right? Yep. So they're not just going to roll over. I'm sure they're going to go back to the drawing board here, and they had a bus ride in. I'm not sure when they arrived, whether it was last night or today, but you always got to shake those bus legs off. But size-wise, I think they're pretty fair on the inside line there, but they're going to have to wait to figure out why the Cats' defensive line is not letting them get anywhere.
That's right. I mean, this I think the story of this game so far, has to be the Sabercats' defense. The way that the Sabercats' D has really kind of corralled this offense is something to be spoken for. And if you look at this Huronia offense, I mean, last week they lost 8-0 to Vaughan, right? So they didn't score last week either, right? And that's really tough. So you're going on almost 6 quarters without scoring a point. That's going to weigh on your confidence just a little bit, I would think.
I would think. But, Jamie D'Antonello, I've never seen a guy, well, there's a few guys in town that put as much time into watching what's going on. And Jamie's definitely one of them. So another run out here. Vecchio pounded it in the end zone. That should have been a block in the. That should have been a block in the back.
Another beautiful kick by Vecchio.
Carter wasn't putting too much on it.
What an outstanding boot by Vecchio.
Great boot, but I'll tell you one thing. He's made a couple of great plays running the ball out of the end zone. Got to credit Judah Davis there with running that ball. He caught that. He was almost to the white line in the back of the end zone, and he ran that ball out to the 10. So, another elite athlete making an elite play.
So Huronia now has to think about, you need to get a first down or two here because you don't want to give the Cats have an opportunity to get the ball back with probably a minute to go, and they still have, I think, both timeouts.
Yeah, and with you're right. Sorry, interrupt. Go ahead, finish.
No, I was going to say, and kicking into the wind too, right? They might get the ball back with a minute left on their side of the 50 if they can get a stop.
Yeah, but you also don't want anybody behind you right now. Right. So he's got Daggett and Gauthier back there playing cover one, but he's jumping down in that box. You don't want to jump down too far and give them an opportunity, right?
And there he is, gets the ball into the hands of the playmaker, Davis. And that's exactly what you needed if you're Huronia. That is a terrific play by Huronia.
Noah DeValentin.
DeValentin in on the stop for the Cats.
But it was good enough for a first down.
I like that play call a lot, Coach. Just get that, get the ball to the guy, your athletes.
Well, get it out of your end zone.
That's right.
Make the progress.
Clock's running. Hudson Young from the gun, 3 receivers to his left. ISO down low on his right. Davis has one-on-one coverage with Trecarton. Looks like there's a timeout here called finally by
Coach Antonello.
Huronia called the timeout, I think.
Did?
Yeah, the official signaled Huronia, but
I don't know because that looks like Jamie Antonello.
Yeah. He did signal Huronia, but I don't know if maybe he missed it or I'm not sure, but yep. I thought I heard the Sabercats as well, but either way, we're going to have a timeout with 1:02 to play here in the first half.
I'm not sure what the concept here. I'd really like to, pick Coach Gordon's brain on. He's utilizing 2 guys in the backfield to protect his quarterback, but maybe he wants to shift them out a little bit and get them on the run and not having to get those guys so they can block up a little further and allow them with a little bit of time to get the ball. But that's the reason why he's there and I'm up here.
So here we go with Huronia looking to keep this going and maybe get some momentum here, right, before halftime. You want something positive.
Yeah, but if you're Coach Antonello, you don't want nothing long past you, right? So keep everything in front of you, make the tackle, be sound, use your technique, right?
Hudson Young in the gun, 2 receivers to each side. He looks to his right, and he throws. And what a catch that was, actually, by number 20. Nice hands by Nick Stewart.
Yeah, a little flare out of the backfield there, and a terrific grab.
Has Matheson all over him, good for a couple of yards. It'll be second and
gain of 5, second down and 5. But again, Grant Matheson, you got a kid who's stocky as all get up, and again, more looks like a defensive lineman who plays linebacker, and there he was covering a running back. So.
Yeah. Coach Antonello using one of his timeouts here, so pretty sure it should be second down, not first, as the marker indicates. So maybe he's preserving a little clock to see if they can get a stop here and then flip the dish because they're going to have to kick it. So
yeah, I don't mind the call whatsoever here, the timeout. So.
No, just a quick timeout, making sure everybody's on the same page. Credit to Jamie on that for sure.
Taking a look at some of the other players out here. Evan Novello, a long-time football player in Sault Ste. Marie. Comes from another outstanding family, and nice to see him out here, playing. And again, a kid that played on the line early on in his career and has kind of transformed himself, his body, and transformed the way he plays. And now he's playing linebacker for this team, and having him and Matheson at linebacker, those are 2 absolute tanks at that position.
Yeah, you run through that hole and you run into another set of linemen on another set
That's
of lines.
That's right, yeah, exactly, yeah. And there's Young with another nice quick pass to the outside, and number 18, Jack Ellen, I think he heard some footsteps on that one, and that's incomplete. So
as I like to call it, alligator arm.
Yeah. That's exactly what you wanted if you're Coach Antonello. So like we talked about, the Sabercats should have decent field position here with probably about 40 seconds or so, they'll get the ball back.
Yeah, they're going to need an elite kick out of their kicker here again. So
and into the wind, like we spoke about, the wind is, it's pretty. It's strong enough, I would say. Like, it's pretty strong here for sure.
You can see the big Canada flag flying over there, and it's blowing the ball around. It seems to be swirling a little bit. Direction is changing just a shade. So
Gazzetti now cheating to the left side of the field, as that's where all the kicks have gone so far. We'll see if Huronia notices that and tries to go to the other way, and he doesn't. He just keeps going to where he knows. And again, exactly it, right? 47 seconds left. The Sabercats have the ball on the Huronia side of the field. It looks like it'll be on the 49-yard line. This could be a huge, huge, huge play here.
Well, you got to think that Coach Antonello wants to get one more score on the board before the half, even if it's a field goal, right? So with Vecchio's leg, you got to think that he's good from 35 based on some of the pre-warm-up. Potentially even from the 40, but you don't want to really risk that. But I think at 35 comfortably. So if they get another 14 yards here, he could put you definitely into field position.
Coach Antonello, though, over the years has, he's been a little shy about kicking field goals throughout his career as a coach, right? He likes to go for it. He likes to play that aggressive game, right? So it'll be, you're right. Like, I'm curious to see how close they need to get before he decides to take those points. As Varpio now takes it. Varpio looks, and Varpio throws it up to Carter, and Carter, incomplete, just hit the ground. My goodness, what an effort.
That's another great coverage there by Sebastian Serrano on that, but I still think he's grabbing his arm a little bit. So, but you know what? It's technique, so he's playing the outside technique on him and utilizing the sideline, but Nate Carter almost he's got terrific hands, and he almost came down with that. I thought he had it for a minute.
Yeah,
but
I absolutely love Nate Carter and the way the guy plays the game. And I talk to him about this all the time, right? The only knock on his game that I have is he doesn't go up with two hands all the time, right? He tries to make that one-handed catch quite a bit, right? And I like to see him go up with two hands there. But either way, it was a great play by the defense. And now Gazzetti takes the handoff up the middle, and Gazzetti spins off a block, and he gets the first off a tackle, and he gets the first down. Trent McNamee again with the tackle.
15 yards later.
Yeah, Coach Gordon's got to be not happy with that, right? So,
actually, what I wanted to point out too was on the play before this, Gazzetti, for as well as he runs, he made a terrific block to allow Varpio to get that ball off. Now Varpio takes it, he looks, and he goes way to the outside, and they're going to call that as a skip.
Yeah, he tried to force that one in and give it the old fastball, and it didn't get there fast enough. So
I'm surprised that wasn't a flag. I didn't know you could take the football and tap it on the opponent's head a couple times.
I guess it just depends on what he's saying.
That's
when
right.
He's doing
That's
it,
right. Nate's a bit of a jokester too, though, right? So if he was, and here comes the Cats. 3 receivers to Varpio's right, now 3 to the left, and it looks like they were going to run a little bit of a hitch pass there, but a quarterback draw, if that was called, was a genius call, as there was nobody up the middle.
Yeah, no, the Cats false started. Everybody moved except for the center.
That's the that's when you feel bad for the center in a sense, right?
Somebody didn't have the right snap count there for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So it'll be 2nd down and 15. Big play here for Huronia, right? If they can get a stop. As usual, 3 receivers to the right. Gazzetti motions to his right. And there's a little hitch pass again to McPherson, and that one's incomplete.
Looked like McPherson was trying to make that turn up before he got the hold of the ball, unfortunately. So looks like Nate Carter's going to be coming on here, I would assume, unless he's going to go for it here with 19 seconds left to go. But I definitely wouldn't want to turn the ball over. We've got an opportunity here to maybe get a single out of this with Nate's leg. You give it a try.
No question. I think the punt's the right play, and it looks like that's what the Sabercats are going to do with 19.4 seconds to go here in this first half of play. Back to return it again will be Judah Davis. and number 10, Aiden Young.
Well, Judah's had some great run backs here, and I'm sure if I'm Coach Antonello, I'm telling him kick it the other way.
Yeah. Sorry, it's Noah Kukin who's actually back right now. He's in for Aiden Young on this punt return. Again, to your point, though, Coach Baz, I'm surprised they're not a little bit deeper. I mean, they are on the goal line, but...
Davis and Kukin back.
Yeah, there it is again. And that's going to Kukin. And that's going through the end zone, just like we said, right? You called it again. And that's what we expected. And Nate Carter getting in there again getting into it again with the defensive backs.
Well, there's that extra point. And back to our original conversation, when they went for 2 instead of taking the 1, now they could be up 23.
Exactly, yeah,
so.
yeah.
But like they say, I'm country, and maybe there's some rock.
That's right. That's right. So with 9.7 seconds to go here, the Stallions will take the ball. It'll be curious to see if they run a play or if they just kind of kneel out the half and look to regroup here.
I don't think they really have anything to lose by throwing maybe something long, a couple of trying something, but they definitely got to get to the correction board here really quick. Or
there's different thought process behind this. Looks like they're just going to take the knee. So after the first half of play here from Superior Heights in Sault Ste. Marie, the Sault Sabercats hold on to a 22-0 lead over the Huronia Stallions. I'm Tony Bonifero, joined alongside Coach Ray Bazawa, Jay and Shaw Houselander in studio, and Chris Carr on a chair.
Right,
we'll be back in about 10 minutes' time with second half action here from Superior Heights.
That's the half. It's 22-0 your Sabercats. We're going to pause for about
Welcome back to Superior Heights here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. I'm Tony Bonifero, joined alongside Coach Ray Bazawa, Jane Shaw Houselander in studio, and Chris Carr on a chair. We'd like to welcome you back to action here. The Sault Sabercats with a 22-0 lead early on. Coach Baz, just your thoughts overall on the first half of what you saw and kind of what you expect to see going into the second half.
You know, we were treated to a pretty solid game here, and you know, Huronia made a bunch of stops right in the first half there, and I thought they were really going to make this a defensive battle, but the Cats offense seemed to start clicking and getting on the board. And I think for Coach Gordon, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board here and see if they can come up with something to catch the Cats off guard. But the defensive game plan Coach Antonello's implemented so far has been stellar, and with the 0 on the donut on the board, it's indicative of how it's going. But you know, even with that 22-0 lead, it's really not the game that we've seen so far. You know, the Cats have benefited from some great plays, but Huronia has been in this game, and I don't think the score really reflects how close this game has been.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. And this Huronia has an opportunity here. It looks like they've made a change at the quarterback position. That's number 14. It looks like Ivan West who's in, and number 20, Nick Stewart with a good solid run. That's a good start. Gain of 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 2. I had a chance to speak to the officials at the halftime about that confusing penalty, the mouth guard, that warning penalty, and the reason why it was a mouth guard penalty for not having his mouth guard in, and the reason why there was no warning was because he didn't have the mouth guard on his person. It was on the bench, so there's no warnings if you don't have it on you. So that was the call from the official, as Huronia now gets a big first down, and there's a late flag. We'll have to see what that flag is.
That might be into the
31 Lattiser.
The mouth guard, face mask, or maybe somebody said something. Referee Grev threw that flag in the inside there, but already you've seen a little bit of a change. They look like a little bit of a cross buck. They ran their run, and see what referee Edwards did. Rough play.
They're going to call a rough play against Huronia.
So it looked like they flagged big number 63 for doing something, because he was standing right there in the play and he was having a discussion with referee Grev. So
it looked like it was after the first down, though, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Well, they're not measuring it back there. So he was looked like he was still 2 yards from the first down from getting it, but we're going to see here.
It is a first down. Yeah, the officials are holding up the 1, so it'll be 1st down and 10 for Huronia, or they're replaying first down?
So they'll back Huronia up.
Yeah, the penalty was after the first down, so they're just moving the ball back.
Referee Grev just indicated it's first down,
Yeah,
so it was after. So, you know, that's the foolishness you don't want to see as a head coach. You gain 2 good plays on momentum, and then you go take a step backwards.
There's a nice throw to the outside. What a play by number 21, Nick Vecchio. Nick Vecchio read that one from a mile away, and somehow Neshoba Moore almost had a chance at it as well.
Yeah, you know what? It was a well-designed play, because it kind of caught them off guard, but it didn't catch Vecchio and Neshoba Moore off guard. You know, 2 of the elite corners in the local high school football loop. So Neshoba Moore for the White Pine Wolverines, and Vecchio for the St. Mary's Knights. So
Ivan West from the gun, 3 receivers to his left. West takes the snap. He looks that way. There's a flag on the play. And West throws it out, and it's knocked down yet again by number 22, Kira Juma. Dakin Ngoche fell down there. We'll see what the flag is.
It looks like somebody crossed the line before the
incomplete.
Coach, I don't know if you've noticed this today, but I feel like I've seen a lot of people slipping and falling out on the field here today. There's been a lot of issues with footing I've noticed so far here, and I wonder if that just has to do with the heat and how the field's kind of reacting to the heat.
I'm willing to bet if you step on rubber, it gets a little slippery when it's warm, so it's not much different here. But it looks like this flag's going to go against the Sabercats for lining up in the neutral zone as a defender here. So gets the Huronia Stallions here a second opportunity. Nice to see a little bit of a left-handed quarterback. Nice change. You don't see that too often.
That's right. And we're going to replay 2nd down. So there's a handoff in the backfield. And what a job by the Sabercats defense, just swarming all over.
Defense unrelenting. Carchidi.
Led by Carchidi.
Doesn't let go.
I don't know if you picked up on that quarterback handoff. It's the same turn.
Yeah.
That's got to be something that they're
Not
doing on
necessarily
purpose,
following
but
back to the
yeah.
line of scrimmage.
I agree.
I don't know that it's working.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. It'd be interesting to hear the logic behind it, right? So
There's got to be some philosophy, and you know what? Hats
Third
off to
and
him if he
6
thinks
for
that that's
Huronia.
maybe it just looks funny to us,
Yeah.
right? Because we haven't seen it
That's
anybody
right.
doing that, but I don't know.
and we're so old now that maybe the new style is. Yeah, it looked like Moore was well offside, and that could be a big penalty against the Sabercats.
That's going to be a first down.
It's going to be real close to a first down.
It's going to be actually it'll be 1 yard short.
So that's kind of what I thought. Yeah.
Beautiful kick.
And Goche's
But
taken
Gazzetti
down
is
by
swarmed
led
old
by
Hart Stallions
Garrett
somewhere around the
Ainsworth.
40-yard line.
But it's going to be an interesting
flag
call here.
that
This
was
might
pulled
result in a
immediately.
measurement. You're right. It's going to be short by about half a yard.
Looks like a full yard. He's on the 41, and the down marker's on
Offside
the
against your
35. So
Sabercats.
Yeah, I mean, Shoba Moore appeared, even from our angle up here, like he was a good yard or two offside.
yeah, that's something that I know his head coach at White Pines will not be happy with if he did. But in retrospect, who's I forget who is it that is coaching the defense? Oh, it's obviously Coach Antillo, my God, and Coach Mahler and Coach Crowley over there. But that's something that you never want to see, right? It's you're in good field position and you're forcing them to punt, and now you're giving them an opportunity to try and rush the ball 1 yard here. So, be interesting to see what Coach Antonello does here. He maybe move to a 5-man line because he typically
Moves it up
uses
to
4
third
here, so
and
they're going to
one
want to stick
after the penalty is applied.
some people up here.
Looks like, they got Novello moving up. to
There you go. There's the
tackle
5-man
spot.
line that
Yeah, absolutely. And they got Novello as almost like a rush D tackle, which I don't mind at all. And there's a handoff. And now he gets,
Hand off to Ladisher.
I don't know
Gotta
if he
be pretty
got that
close.
or not. That's going to be real close. Ladisher takes it, falls forward. And then do you think he got it, Coach?
Yeah,
I think
it
he
looks
did,
like
eh?
based
Not
on the
sure who was in
spot
on the
referee
tackle, but that's
Fitzpatrick's
first down
giving.
for Huronia.
It was awful. It was a lot closer than they would have liked. I'm betting.
Yeah, smart play though, eh? They ran off tackle there, right? They saw the Sabercats kind of jam the middle there and decide to run off tackle, get that fall forward for a yard and a half, and that's all you needed. So first down and 10 for the Stallions. West takes it, he rolls, and West, and it's intercepted by Vecchio. What a play by Nick Vecchio, pass intended for number 84, Wilson Leverly.
I believe 84, Wilson Leverly.
And West, that's a great design
First
play,
down,
right? They had
Sabercats.
a receiver at 5'10" and 15 yards, and West chose to go for the deepest route. And you got to give credit where credit's due. The ball was thrown a little bit on the inside, but Vecchio made a heck of a football play.
You know, it's like I'm watching the same game over again from the junior squad. Young Lajinen boy did the same thing 3 different times, and now Vecchio's been successful a couple here with a couple of deflections on that. So it was just like watching the same game over again, but at the varsity level, right?
Absolutely. Now Vecchio takes it.
53-yard line.
Vecchio with Gazzetti. Gazzetti in motion. He looks. He finds Carter. And a little hook and ladder to Gazzetti. And Gazzetti takes it up the sidelines. And it's a touchdown for the
Ladies and
Sabercats. My goodness.
Fucking ladder.
Are you kidding me
Ladder
right
to
now,
Gazzetti
Coach?
for a touchdown.
I'm not sure that was the
But we do
design
have a
play.
flag on the play.
I don't know what the flag could possibly be.
It was definitely past the first down, so this is going to be interesting because he was blocking for him down there. He might have held him a little longer, but it was definitely after the first down. So
Are you kidding me with the little Showtime play there?
I don't think that was designed. But credit to Nate Carter for his envisioning.
Wow.
You
I
know,
guess-
as a coach, I'd be probably pulling my hair over there, but as a fan and a commentator today, loved it.
Yeah. The what's the call?
Illegal shift? I'm not sure what they call it.
Illegal pass?
How is that illegal pass? I'm not sure I understand that, but
Was it a legal pass?
There's no possible way they were calling that a forward pass.
So it remains second down and 1.
I don't know how that was a forward pass.
Well,
I'm going to have to ask for an explanation after
Yeah,
because that was nowhere
that
near.
was nowhere near a forward pass. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, Varpio again over to Trudeau now.
Varpio to Trudeau.
But again,
He catches
the
it,
official
gets
that called that was the
Stallions
official that was
points.
standing,
First down.
30 yards downfield, right? So you would think that.
Man,
yeah.
I'd really have to get a better understanding on what they're calling as a forward. Unless I miss something, but I don't know.
But also, why would the official 30 yards downfield call it when these guys are right here?
I've never liked when the flag comes from way downfield. Credit to the referee for thinking he's making the right call.
Yeah.
That he's down there officiating. I've officiated other sports, and I understand it, but I totally 100 don't understand that how that was not converted.
Yeah. So here's Varpio now. Varpio takes it. Varpio with another quick pass. Oh, and McPherson.
Varpio with a bullet.
You said it right. He heard
McPherson.
He heard the footsteps, and you know what? I will see who the official calls this on, but McPherson was absolutely going towards Grant first, right? And McPherson initiated the contact. So we'll see what the actual call is here.
You know what? When I used to see stuff like that, and it's kids making plays, but that's when I yank somebody off the field and go, let's use your head.
That's right.
Come
and
on,
they are calling it against McPherson. So
as it should have been.
Yeah.
He hit him. There was a football play.
Yeah.
And if you're not ready for contact,
that'll back them up.
Well, you could, as you call it, alligator arms. He alligator arms that catch, right? And you're going to see the penalty. So that'll be a 15-yarder, I believe. So it'll be second down and 25. The nice thing is, right, second down and 25 sounds ridiculous. But this Sabercats team, again, with McPherson, with Carter, with Trudeau, with Gazzetti, they have all the big play potential that you could possibly want to convert this or at least get close.
And, you throw in Ray Ramil over there on the wide side, so.
And there it is, little hitch pass to Nate Carter. And Nate Carter, again, like we said, slips
Carter,
and falls. And he's
go.
taken down by number 56, Cooper Long.
Well, it looks like there's getting to a little bit of animosity going here down in it's getting a little chippy here. And if I'm Coach Antonello, I'm bringing the boys in after this a series and saying, look, let's get back on the page. We're here to play football. This game's far from over. We're 6:53 to go in the third quarter, and there's still lots of game left here. So you don't want something to slip away and flip the momentum. Momentum's a killer, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Nate Carter back to kick, and again we have the big play threat, Judah Davis, back there again with with Sebastian Cerro.
Back to kick.
Cerro, I believe. And Carter, you're right. There's something about kicking in this direction. I know the wind's there a little bit, but that's not wind-aided,
Shot.
as that kick only goes
Just this side of the 45.
11 yards,
And out of bounds.
10 yards.
I've been watching, and I've been with some guys, some great special teams guys, and guys like Sliver and Paulie Caldbeck helping with kicking games and stuff like that. And that's something that just mechanics, right? When you're doing that kick, you got to try and keep it when you're kicking into the wind. They always say you got to kick it more on a line drive than you do deep. As soon as you kick it high in the air, it's going to be out. So looks like Nate Carter's having a little bit of issue here, maybe a little leg issue. And
he was grabbing the back of his neck. I think he's talking about maybe that had to do with what happened with that kick, but he was tackled pretty hard there and on that play, and I think he maybe got a little bit of a kink in his neck. So with 6:43 to play, the Sault Sabercats with a 22-0 lead. And if you're Huronia here, this is your opportunity, right? You have to do something to get back into this football game. And you won't, a score in this quarter, you don't want to say is necessary, but it would definitely help your cause if you're Coach Alex Gordon.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Antonello, you're not letting them off the hook too easy, right? So he's still looks like he's in his traditional cover one look here, and he's giving Dakin and Goche a little bit of a freedom to come down in the box a little bit when they set up with that full backfield, and right now they're only going to that single backfield, and that's something I alluded to at the start of when we talked about whether he's going to keep that backfield full, right? So
that's right. Yeah. So here comes West out of the gun. West takes the snap, and West, he was looking for number 4 Barr. And he might have had him, but he decided to tuck it and run. And he's taken down by number 52, Grayson Moreno. And it looks like there's another flag on the play after a gain of 3 or 4.
I got to tell you,
did you see what it was?
That's a little ticky-tacky. Pushed off when he got up. Like, come on. rough play. Referees, got a job to do, but I don't necessarily think that that warranted the penalty on that.
So it'll be first down and 10 for the Stallions.
15-yard penalty against your Cats.
But this is the stuff that I said that they weren't doing in the first half, and now they're doing it now, right? So,
First down, Huronia.
bad habits circle back, and this is something that I'm sure Coach Antonello doesn't need to see right now.
Here's East now again. East takes it, and he hands it off up the middle, and he gets a little bit of space. Nice run by Matthew Graham, hard up the middle, and that's going to be close to a first down. Shout out to Jeff Morgan, who's watching us from home. He's rubbing it in that he's sitting in front of his AC instead of out here watching with us. And, you know, he's got kids that have played football all the way through as well. So great family, and we appreciate the support as usual. And I hope your AC keeps you nice and cool. I'll be nice and say that. As number 31 takes it, Ryder Ladisser, and he gets the first down. That'll be first down and 10 Stallions. We talked about it, Coach. This is their chance.
Yeah, that was a good, solid, hard run to get that first down. You know, he needed 1, and he got 3, and that was enough for a first down. So I think, with the penalties are helping them, but they're starting to pick away here, and they're moving the ball down the field. They're at the 34-yard line. It's up to the Cats now to make a stop.
Ivan West, again, takes the snap. He looks up the middle yet again to Matthew Graham. Matthew Graham is taken down by Matheson and Tricarton after a gain of 4.
Tricarton in there also.
Matthew Graham didn't get a lot of carries there in the first half, but they might have found something with him so far here in the third.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to seal down the ends. And we got a jersey ripped here.
Ashton Sachin on a knee as well. Into the game comes number 48, Michael Weiss.
Ken LeBlanc's jersey's half ripped off there. I don't know.
Oh, jeez, is it ever?
They're going to need somebody for...
Yeah. Poor guy. I don't know if they can fix that.
Nope. That's... I'd have to take it to my wife to make sure that was sewn properly.
Yeah, if I'm him, I'm trying to just disguise it so the officials don't see it and kick me off the field, right?
Yeah, so I don't know that they have a spare jersey over there for Big Kent LeBlanc. So,
and Kent's had a strong game here so far today. Ivan West, sorry. Again from the gun. Takes the snap. He looks. He throws. Nice coverage on the outside by Tricarton. That's incomplete, so it'll be third down and 5.
Yeah, definitely some great coverage there. Also, Michael Weiss he was in there covering his guy, so great coverage. They're forcing him to third down, and I'm not sure if they're going to try for a single or what they're going to do here. If this young gentleman's got a scholarship to the University of Alberta, then I'd be willing to give him a chance so I can get us on the board.
Yeah,
I'm
no
not
question.
sure that I want a single hit this one. Yeah, and there's the puck. So they're going to give him an opportunity to make the 3, and it's going to be up to the snap and the holder now.
Eric Schwartz on to attempt the 36-yard field goal. Snap's good, hold is good, and the kick is wide left. See, I hate these angles. It looked like it went right through from our angle. And great job on the return by, I believe that's Goche.
It is, taking a Goche with a big run back out.
So it's around the 20.
So the Sabercats will take over first down and 10 from their own 21-yard line.
He had plenty of leg there, just unfortunately didn't make the turn. He kicked it into the wind, hoping it was going to push it back a little bit, and it just went outside the right upright.
These angles look so funny from up here. From where I was, it looked like it went right through the middle, but clearly not. So it'll be first down and 10 Sabercats.
Well, looks like
And
the
the officials
referee
are gonna-
Hazelton and they're having a controversy over whether the kick went through or not.
Maybe they're having a conversation about. I'm
Referee
not sure.
Condon made sure it was left.
I think they're probably discussing maybe things have been getting a little chippy out there. Maybe they want to keep things calm.
Well, they switched the side, so maybe it was just to let us get to the right spots here. So, well, it's going to be up to Coach Rossetti here and see what he can come up with. And these guys need to change the field position for sure. And you always know Nathan Gazzetti's just a little bit of a break away from getting away from somebody, but I think they've had some success on those 7-yarders and trying to get the ball up the field. So
Varpio takes it. Varpio airs it out to Trudeau, but Trudeau kind of slowed down. And what a play by Trudeau. Great job to slow down. And Trudeau with the catch. That's a gain of 26 on the play.
26-yard catch is good for a first down.
That ball was a touch thrown behind, and credit to Jaden Trudeau going up and with two hands, not with one hand. Two hands, making the catch and jumped the field significantly. About a 22-yard gain.
Varpio. 3 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Gazzetti lines up to his right. Gazzetti motions to his right. He looks left. He hits Trudeau again on that little hook play.
For Trudeau, he's hit almost immediately.
And that's a gain of
Number 3,
5 or
Mitchell
6 yards. Call it second down and 4.
Yeah, just like we said, right? Those little ones, it's like having a great 5-yard run.
Good for 6 yards, so second and 4 remaining.
3 minutes and 46 seconds to go and counting here in the third quarter. Sabercats line up. They got 2 receivers to the right. Look for McPherson to get involved again. We haven't seen McPherson too much yet in this second half after having a monstrous first half. There's Gazzetti. I think that's his first carry of the second half too. And see ya, Nathan Gazzetti to the house for that touchdown. Coach Baz, right on cue. You called it yourself. He doesn't need much space. And there you go.
It's just a matter of time before he breaks one, and I just had a feeling they were going to go back to a play. Watching the offense pretty good here, and I seen what they were trying to set up, and they made a great seal on the outside. And when you give Nathan Gazzetti just a little bit of room, he's gone.
I'll tell you this, the last game I called for the Sabercats was a few weeks ago. It was a home game, and I think Gazzetti had like 6 or 7 touches in the entire game. And, all of us up here left the game thinking, when's the last time Nathan Gazzetti had less than 10 touches in a game, right? And Sabercats struggled in that game. And you see, I think they learned their lesson on that one. And, feed the horse, right? And they're feeding him, and he is just absolutely paying it off.
Attempt is up and good.
He reminds me of a little bit, and this is quite the comparison, but I'm a big Lions fan, and I watched every game Barry Sanders ever played. But Barry Sanders, you give him the ball, and he would have maybe 2 yards, 4 yards, -1, and then he'd break one for 60. That's with Gazzetti here today. He's had a few 4-yard runs, 5-yard runs, couple 2-yard runs, and then it was just a matter of time before he was going to break one.
Yeah, you know what? Barry Sanders is one of the all-time greats. Obviously, a huge fan of Barry. I'm a Cowboys fan, obviously, but Emmitt Smith was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But I've always been a huge fan of Barry Sanders, and same kind of, not as much juking as what Barry would do, but once you get him in the open, forget it, right? You just close the door and shut the lights out, the game's over when he gets wide like that, right? So
well, there's one of Barry Sanders, and see, the reason I mentioned that reference was because remember that juke that Gazzetti made in the first quarter, in the first half? There's that run that Barry Sanders made against the Bears that they always show, and it's one of his highlights where Barry's running at a guy, and he puts that exact same juke on him, just like kind of Gazzetti did, and walked right by him, right? So
I got a couple more miles on than you do, but that reminiscent of some Jim Brown runs.
Yes, that's another great reference. Absolutely, yeah.
Jim was not a lot of juking going on, but when he hit a hole, it was like, see ya, goodbye.
See ya, yeah. I love watching this kid kick. He's booting into the wind, and Vecchio boots it down to the 10-yard line, and Judah Davis now takes it, and Judah Davis makes some guys miss, and Judah Davis to the outside, and Judah Davis is gone for the touchdown.
Judah Davis.
Fantastic run.
Goes through everyone.
Fantastic run. Hey, he's been threatening. He's made some great runs out of the back. And I'm not understanding why that he's made some great runs. Why were you going to keep kicking him unless the other player out there is phenomenal? But that kid just showed what a tremendous athlete he is. And, you know, he's made some great runs out of the end zone. He's made a bunch of catches for them. And definitely an elite player. And he just turned the Jets on, and it was like, you know, goodbye.
You know what, just as a football fan, right, that's fun to watch, right? You watch a huge run by Gazzetti, beautiful play, and then you watch Huronia just battle right back.
Judah Davis, you know, with a highlight reel run in his own right. That's a 105-yard, 110-yard return for the touchdown.
Yeah.
Actually, a 100-yard return because he got it on the 10-yard line. So 100-yard kickoff return for Judah Davis. And Huronia finally gets on the board.
I'm not sure who's doing the special teams coaching. I'm not sure if it's Coach
Takes it up
Mahler or
over
not,
100
but
yards.
there's a lot of missed tackles in that. But
For Huronia.
I'm not taking nothing away from that run by Judah Davis. That was really nice to watch.
Point after pending.
So it looks like, are they going to attempt the 2-point conversion here? Yeah, they're going to need to at this point. So Ivan West is going to come out. He's got Matthew Graham lined up beside him.
And after Judah Davis's long run, he's not out there or wide out. So it's interesting to see what they're going to do here.
So I think they're telling them to get off the field.
Yeah, the coaches were encroaching quite a bit on the field there.
So here goes West. He's in the gun. He's got Graham lined up to his right.
Something quick.
Steps back. He looks. The quick little out, and it's picked off by Trecarton. And a heads-up tackle. There's a flag.
Yeah. Trecarton spun the ball in front of the reset. That's a flag. That was not needed.
Jaden Trudeau spun the ball after his touchdowns and
he
didn't
did,
get
but
one.
not in front of the player's face. He didn't do it.
Gotcha.
Jaden Trudeau was solo all by himself, and
Fair
he
enough.
spun the ball.
That was fair enough.
That was an in your face. I just picked you off.
I gotcha.
You know, but that's that self-control that you can't have. You know, they just scored a touchdown, and now, you know, on the kickoff, now you're going to give them the ball, an extra 10 yards on the ball.
See, I'm totally conflicted on some of this, right? And this is all, you know, it is what it is. But where I get conflicted with this is you've played football, I've played football. You know, there's a coach out of Texas, a high school coach out of Texas. I can't remember his name, but Kenny Chesney does a feature on him on his Boys of Fall documentary.
Okay, yep.
And this coach has come out and he says it's impossible to play this game without emotion. This is not an emotionless game. And I agree with that to an extent, right? Where this game, it's so exciting. It's hard to do it without emotion. And I feel like, you know, there are certain barriers, and that is definitely taunting. There's no question
All right,
there.
after the penalties apply.
But I just find it,
you
know, it's hard to criticize people when they show excitement, right? Like that's kind of where I'm at with it.
It's time and place. Though,
it is.
right?
It is time and place, 100%.
And I just want to point out before this kick goes,
yeah,
they're not giving the respect to this kicker.
Oh
with
yeah,
the win
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Good point.
So this ball is going to. He's already up because of the penalty, and they're expecting an onside here. So
and with the wind at their back too, right? So
if I'm this coach, I'm having my kicker.
Oh, they are going to try an onside though. Clearly, they're doing an onside, so that's why.
But it's just time and place for me. And you know, I teach the kids, when I taught the kids, and even when I went down for.
They got it too. He went right to L, and they still get it. What a play!
Onside kick is good.
Judah Davis.
Another great play by Judah Davis.
Popped out of his hands, but a heads-up play by Noel Krukin.
I believe by number 7, Noel Krukin.
Sorry, I'll let you finish your point here, Coach.
So it'll be first and 10
I've
Huronia.
always taught the kids,
Good heads-up play.
hand the ball to the referee.
Yes.
Go celebrate with your teammates.
Yeah.
Because this is a team game.
Yeah.
This isn't about you. Granted, you made the play. But this is a team game. We did this together. Yeah. Somebody had to give you that ball. So go give the ball to the referee. And I've always taught you'll gain more respect with the referees. They're going to give you more credibility for if you do slip up one time and do something maybe not appropriate. So
I completely agree. Yeah, and I do agree with the Trecarton penalty there. I agree with the playing. With the celebrate with your friends, right? Like with your teammates. That's the important part. And Graham.
Stewart with a good run.
Oh, sorry, that's Stewart with the run. And Stewart with a 15-yard gain.
20 there for the play.
So that'll be another first down for the Stallions with 2:35 to go in the third quarter. Coach, if they can put another one in here.
Well, I said when we started the second half, they're not just going to roll over and say, okay, we're done, right? So they're making a bunch of good plays here, and they've got some momentum going.
And there's another handoff, and Graham again. Or sorry, Stewart. I keep saying Graham based
Another
on the
good
last
hard
game.
Run.
But what a play again by Nick Stewart.
There
is a flag this time, though.
Referee Grev called a hold on the interior line there from the Huronia Stallions. So it's going to back them up 10. But, I was picking on Coach Gordon's quarterback the way he pivots. And now what they're doing, I'm seeing it start to work because he's utilizing two in the backfield. When he's utilizing the two, it's having the linebackers to have to decide which side that they're going to cover and which side they're not. So I think that's something Coach Antonello is going to have to pick up on, that they're doing that. And, quite frankly, maybe you fire two linebackers at that and then jump into those holes. So credit to the Huronia offense, though. They're making some significant progress here, and they're running the ball much more efficiently here in the second half.
So it'll be first down and 20 for the Stallions. It's a devastating penalty as they've been having some success running the ball here.
Stewart, third time in a row, stops and starts, gets to both.
And he's brought down by Grant Matheson, and another nice play as well by, I think that was 62, but we don't have a 62 on our roster here for the Sabercats, unfortunately.
I don't have one on my roster here. So.
See, there you go. The announcer says the same thing. So second down and 20.
That's not the replacement jersey for Kent LeBlanc, is it?
Oh, it could be, actually. That might be a good point.
Because they got Grayson Monero in there at 52, so.
And what a catch by Aiden Young.
Ethan Novello had that in his hands. And
Ethan.
I think he saw daylight in front of him there, and he was trying to rumble. That would have been the old Chris Berman rumbling, tumbling.
What a play there. Nice job. The great concentration by Aiden Young, though, to hold on to that. And that'll be a first down. Or maybe not a first down. Sorry, was that third down? Wait, what'd they?
Sorry, third down.
There was a hold.
Oh, that's right. There was. So that wouldn't be a first down. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong marker. Couldn't see the other one. So another field goal attempt here by Schwartz.
Schwartz with the kick.
Snaps good. Holds good. And the kick is
running into the kicker.
Wide.
Kick is wide. We have two flags.
Oh, geez. Yeah. That's dangerous, especially to a kid like that.
Yeah.
You don't want to see that happen.
Trecarton was trying to come off the line, and he got way too close to the kicker. So
that's rough in the kicker.
Hit him in the knee, so that's going to be another first down because that's going to be the 15-yard variety. And that's going to bring their offense back on the ground.
You talked about discipline being a factor in this game and for this team. And if Huronia can somehow put another score here on the board after these penalties.
We still have a whole another quarter to go. It's going to make it definitely an interesting game at this point.
So the officials are having a conversation with Coach Antonello. I'm not sure who they called that on. Did they call it on Trecarton or Matheson?
He was the only. Trecarton was the one that made the contact. He hit him right in the knee.
Fair enough.
And it was before he was able to come down.
So it'll be first down and 10 here for the Stallions
from
the Sabercats 24-yard, or it's going to they're going to push down now. So it'll be first down and 10 from inside, or first down and goal from inside the 10.
Yep, should be just at the 10, I believe.
Yep, so at the
That'll take it
10-yard
right
line.
to the 10-yard line.
So first down and goal.
Got to think that Huronia's been running the ball. If I'm
So that's
Coach
first and
Gordon,
goal for Huronia.
I'm giving another crack with this running back setup here. So, but they went out of the backfield with just one again. So he had two. Now he's trying to overload a side here. So.
Nick Stewart in the game, and there's a little quick hitch pass to the outside, little screen to number 7, Noel Kukkonen,
Pass
and
to Kukkonen.
Kukkonen
He
gets
gets
down
inside
inside the 5-yard line. I think he's down to about the we'll call it the 3-yard line.
I think the 3 was the original spot from referee Fitzpatrick.
So it'll be third down and goal, or sorry, second down and goal from the 3-yard line.
Oh, referee Grev's got it at the 4.
Okay. They've had some success running the ball with Matthew Graham early on. They got Nick Stewart in there right now, so we'll see what they go with.
If I'm betting, they're handing that ball off to Ryan Lattiser here, number 31. He's been their short yardage back.
West takes it, and he
Oh,
hands
no.
it to Stewart. And Stewart's tackled for a loss by Matheson.
Stewart.
Grant Matheson,
Depending
what
where
a
you mark
game
it.
he has played here today.
You know what? They had a lot of success with. I'm shocked that they didn't go to the young Lattiser boy there. So Ryder Lattiser, he made some runs, some tough runs for them. And when you're in those goal line stances, you want that back that's going to get you be able to push the pile, and they chose not to do it. So that's a quarter change for us. We're going to flip to this year, Coach. So what are your thoughts for this fourth quarter?
Yeah, I think this is a big play here, right? If they can, if they can score a touchdown here and get the 2-point conversion, that's what? That means they're only down by 15 points, right? So a couple touchdowns, and they've had the momentum here so far. It's been a pretty good second half here so far.
Yeah, if they're able to do that, remember that 1 point we discussed earlier?
Yeah, that'd be a big deal coming back to it. So, again, the implications of this game are pretty significant. The winner of this game will finish second place in the standings and host a home playoff game. So this is a massive game, as we all know what the home field advantage for the Sault Sabercats is. It's a long bus ride for a lot of teams who aren't used to it. So this game, again, has pretty significant playoff implications, Coach.
Yeah, for sure. You know, this is the defensive goal stand that could change the tide of the game here. If they can get a stop, momentum flips back to the Cats. But if Huronia is able to punch it in here and make this a 2-score game, it could be an extremely interesting fourth quarter.
Anything can happen. That's right. West.
So, do they hand this to Ryder Lardis, or because that's who I'm handing the ball to if I'm them?
West lines up in the gun. Motions. 2 receivers to either side. They throw it. And it's incomplete. Intended for Matthew Barr.
Pass intended for Matheson.
And that's terrific defense.
Matthew Barr was looking for a flag.
Ball's incomplete.
He was throwing his
New on
imaginary flag
Yeah.
that he had. He didn't like the coverage, but, there was a little bit of a contact off the line. So, it was on the far side of the field over there. I didn't get a great view, but needless to say, there was 2 referees, and neither of them reached for a flag to even think. So
That's right.
it's a hold. Hats off to the Cats defense for making that stop. And, they're going to have to get something here. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them hand the ball off to Nathan Gazzetti here. If he can pinch him out wide, and ain't nobody going to catch him if he gets outside.
Yeah, it was almost like a bend but don't break defense, right? The Sabercats played there, and they did a terrific job on that. And Coach Antonello is going to be thrilled.
So if I'm him right now, if I'm the defensive coordinator, maybe I'm taking a chance at trying to get a pick here. But if I'm the offense, I'm thinking those little 7-yard hitch passes. That's got to be where you're going to go here if you're not going to utilize the run. Because
So we have Varpio. He lines up. He's got 3 receivers to his left.
and he's got the
Almost
goalposts in his way too,
Yeah.
right? So he's got to be really cognizant of that.
almost in that hitch formation, but they decide to go up the middle, and Gazzetti is stuffed by Cooper Long.
Cooper along
And
with the tackle, gets
Gavin
Gazzetti right at the line of
McGregor.
scrimmage.
Yeah, hats off to the Huronia defense there. They read that play up the middle, and
Sets up second down.
Gazzetti wasn't able to get anywhere.
So it'll be second down.
I've seen this plays utilized when you use that post just like another blocker,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
you try and get them outside, and you seal that off, and try and spring your. They've been going trips left here, so
3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right.
And
Gazzetti.
there's only 2 defenders here. This guy's cheating down in the box.
And Varpio looks like he got lost, and Varpio throws away. That's going to be a safety.
Oh,
Harfield
we got
just
some
throwing it away.
extracurriculars going on over here.
Yeah, between McPherson, and that'll be another penalty, I think, on
Shenanigans and a
McPherson.
flag.
Was that on McPherson or was that on the defender this time?
McPherson was initiating that for a while. You can't throw the ball. You can't throw the ball away in Canadian football, especially rolling out like
Yeah,
that.
there's a flag on the far side of
So-
the field. So
Either way, I think it's going to be a safety against the.
who was the
Sabercats.
wideout on that side? Because maybe somebody didn't run the right route.
Yeah, there was nobody to the right side of the field where he threw that.
So this is going to be interesting here now. Do you take the 1 point?
Well, if it's a safety, it's 2
No.
points.
If they're not calling a safety here, I'm talking about the penalties. Right?
Oh,
There's
okay.
2 penalties.
Yeah.
What's the penalty over here on
I think
16
that- yeah.
and McPherson, and then the throwaway on the other side?
But if he threw the ball away while he was in the end zone, that's a safety. That was what I was trying to say. Because
Okay.
he was in the end zone when he threw. That's what I was thinking. But again, we'll have to see what the call is, right?
Yeah, it's going to be the penalties are going to decide, right?
So it's a rough. You're right. It's
Offsetting rough play, and then the throwaway.
again. This is where the speakers would come in handy. But we'll just have to. Are they calling first down?
Well, it's depending on who they called the rough play on.
Yeah.
Well, here comes the punt team.
All right.
So
After all is said and done, it's going to be offsetting penalties, so it'll be 3rd down for your Sabercats deep in their own end.
Yeah.
obviously they weren't calling the safety. If he's out of the pocket, he still can't throw the ball.
I didn't think so. Not in Canadian football.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That one I
So we'll have to check that out. But that's okay.
I'd have to go back in the old memory bank.
Yeah, I
and,
know. Yeah. So either way, I mean, I would suspect that the Sabercats would likely give up a safety here and play for field position. So Carter back to punt.
Carter back to punt. Kukin and Davis back.
Oh, and there's a little fake in. Yeah. Oh, and Carter has all the space in the world. And he's going to be close to the first. We're going to see the spot. I think he spotted it just short.
Carter runs for the first down marker.
That would Nate Carter, I know he saw all that space, but there's no way that was called, because if you don't get that first down, you're giving Huronia unbelievable field position.
This is going to be a measurement.
And they're calling him short.
He had room to get further.
Oh,
he
yeah.
just didn't want to get the
Short?
contact.
Yeah, he's calling
It'll
him
be first
short,
10 for Huronia.
and they're not even going to measure it. And it'll be first down and 10. That was
You know, that penalty had to offset the throwaway.
the throwaway. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. But that is, that'll be first down and 10, Huronia. And that's a play I'm sure the coaches will have a conversation with Nate about. They have to reset the clock to something.
Yeah, referee Grev was indicating to official Peter Hebert up here. So well, this is a pivotal point.
Yeah, big
turnaround
play here. I mean, Huronia wasn't able to punch it in last time, and now they're getting a second wind.
Because I think the original call there was for him to just run around the back.
Yeah, and take a
eat some
safety.
time and take a
That's
safety.
right.
But then he saw nobody in front of him, so he tried to make it. But I think
That's not a smart play. Yeah, in that situation, yeah.
he had time to run it.
Yeah.
I just think he didn't want the contact, and that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
So here's West now. And there's
Well, then
flags all
immediately-
over the place. Another flag.
False start on Huronia. It's going to back him up 5.
With all these flags.
Yeah, you know, the first we were an hour and 5 minutes in the first half,
Yeah.
and we're already an hour and 5 now.
And
so
we got to call a Sioux Steelers game tonight. So I got to, or not call, but I have to do stats for the Steelers game. And I know some of these officials are doing that game too. So
there might be a slight delay. I think you're going to beat them down.
Exactly. So it'll be, the clock's going to run.
So after the offside
And
is
it'll
applied,
be first
15
down
for
and
Huronia.
15. Huronia still can get a first down if they get to within the 2-yard line. So Ivan West in the gun. 3 receivers to his left. He's got Kukini out to his one side, and it's intercepted.
Nope.
Oh, and just through the hands of Trecarton.
Pass almost intercepted
I'm not
by
sure who
Trecarton.
West was throwing that one to.
Incomplete.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure him and the
West hit.
receiver were on the same setup
As
there.
he
Yeah.
He
throws
looked
the
like
ball.
on the far side of the field he had an opportunity to throw the ball, but maybe seeing Vecchio over there, it's changing his tune.
Yeah. So it'll be 2nd down and 15. Ivan West again. Has Kukin single coverage to the right of him, and he looks his way, and he pump fakes, and then he throws, and what an adjustment by Kukinin, and that's a touchdown.
Trecarton been on that shoulder.
Yeah, the shoulder
pump there.
absolutely. Yeah. Noel Kukinin.
Well, there's the pivotal point in this game there. So now it's going to be up to the Sabercat offense here to see if they can
Gain some momentum and eat up some clock.
Ivan West with a heads-up play. He noticed the single coverage on the to the right of him and just threw it up and let his receiver make a play, and make a play they did. So the score was 29-6 for a long time. Then when I looked up, it said 29-7. Now it's back to 29-6. So I think the coaches are trying to get some clarity as to what the actual score is, because it would impact what they're going to do here.
Yeah, because that should be 29-12 now, right? Because
But it said 7. That's why I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure where they got that extra 1 point from. Either way, it looks like the offense is going to come back or stay on the field for the Stallions. Try and make this a 29-14 game with 9:38 to play in the 4th quarter.
that would make it a 15-2 score, right? So
Yeah.
they need 15 points, so they're going to need the 2-point convert if they were to get 2 more touchdowns.
Ivan West out of the gun. West takes it. He looks to his left. And it's knocked down by Trecarton on that one.
Trecarton knocks a 2-point attempt down. It'll be 12 points. on
So
the
again,
board.
29-12. Again, I don't like the
Sabercats
2
just
there,
under
because
10
now,
minutes
at least if you got the 1, it's still a 2-possession game, and now it's a 3-possession game, right? So,
Yeah. But if you're successful at
Yeah.
that point, then
I know. But again, you only go for 2 when you have to. You don't go for 2 until you have to go for 2.
in this particular instance, that if that would have made it 14, that's 15 points, right?
Yeah.
So that they would have, instead of 2-8, right?
That's
so
right.
I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But they had a little bit of momentum.
Yeah.
Maybe he felt something. His receivers were getting open, but
Either way, the Stallions, who recovered an onside kick already so far this afternoon, are going to line up for another one. And Eric Schwartz probably has a little extra motivation under his belt here after getting, run on that last field goal attempt.
you definitely want to have your hands team on the side
Yeah.
over here. So they got Nishoba Moore on this side, which is, another great athlete. But they got, is that Ray Ramil on the far side, the number 11?
But again, you have that little space there. Oh, they finally moved Goche into that spot, because that's exactly where he's going to kick it.
Schwartz to kick.
So Schwartz lines up, going to attempt an onside yet again, and that's a beautiful kick again. And well played by the Sabercats. Unbelievable job by the Cats there. The front line of the Cats did their job at hitting the guys coming and
Looks like
allowing the
Gauthier
second
comes
guy to
down
get
with
the
it for
ball.
Sabercats.
And I wish I saw who that was, because that front line, I believe it was Novello, led by Evan Novello and a few others. They deserve some credit for doing their
There's a
job
flag
on that
the
one.
play.
Michael Weiss was up on that front line as well. So Ray Ramil, I think, was on the far side. Dagan and Goche came down, but referee Jardine threw a flag there. I'm not sure exactly what that's about, but it was pretty crowded over there. There was about 8 kids.
We will be announcing the player of the game at the end of this game. For each team, the player of the game will receive a free T-shirt courtesy of Team Essentials, a free player of the game T-shirt.
as well as we'd like to thank Wendy's for also sponsoring the player of the game as well. So the media will choose player of the game for both teams, and we'll announce that after the 3-minute warning. The officials are having a discussion still. And
well, we got some players making some elite plays here, so I don't know what's going on. And now they're having a conversation. Referee Jardine seen something.
Are they calling for a re-kick?
It looks like.
Yeah, they're going to kick again, which I'm not sure what the call is or why. But
here's something that I had a little bit of a look, but it looked like the Cat defender Ray Ramil ran up to the line, so I don't know if he crossed into the neutral zone on that kick.
Before the kick, yeah.
But he was kicking from the 45, so I don't even know how that would be.
Okay, so we're told it's illegal interference or catch interference.
Catch interference.
So they'll add 10 yards, and now Huronia will kick off from the 55
But
yard
so,
line.
Coach, you're not allowed to stop the guys from coming in anymore? That's what we coach the front line to do. The front line is supposed to block.
I'm not sure I understand it because they're giving a pretty good explanation to the coaches that didn't even know. I'm a bit confused as to how that went. I'm going to have to ask for a little clarification.
Yeah, me too, because that's something I want. Well, because honestly, I thought the Sabercats front line did a terrific job of stopping the guys from coming through.
And Goche caught that untouched.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what that is.
We'll have to see as Schwartz with a second chance. And Goche with no fear whatsoever makes a beautiful play. And not only that, he gets a 10-yard return on top of it.
He gets almost
such a fearless competitor, Honestly, he's a chip off the block. He plays like his dad did. Great athlete, and Dakinen's making his own name for himself in the Goche family.
Yeah, no question at all, and that'll be a first down and 10 for the Sabercats with 9:29 to go here in the fourth quarter. Feels like this game has been going on for a while, so we apologize, but we thank you for so much for staying tuned and staying with us. Again, we'd just like to thank our sponsors, Johnny Bujo, also Cobb's Bakery in the East End, and
the world famous
Media.
Scones.
That's right. Now I have to go try the apple scone.
Oh, and the little mini buns.
Yes,
oh,
yes. I get them for the
sliders.
Yeah. You got two big men up here talking about food, so let's go back to the football game. As there's Gazzetti again takes it, and he's taken down.
Sandwiched, got about a yard and a half maybe.
Good job by number 34. There is wrong team. Number 34, Noah Niles with the stop.
He gets to the 50, sets up second and
gain
9
of 1,
for your Sabercats.
Second down and 9.
I'd like to see Orzetti get back to that little quick hitch game again, and they haven't run that. Looks like what Huronia is doing here. They're really judging that second line of defense after the down lineman, and they're crowding it quite a bit.
Varpio leading your Sabercats.
Varpio looks. He's been eyeing up Carter here as Carter has single coverage on the outside, but instead he hands to Trudeau, and Trudeau with some outstanding blocking on the outside.
And there's another flag.
And are they going to call that on Ramil?
Trudeau follows some great blocks, gets to the outside.
Oh, I think they're going to.
There is a flag on the play.
I don't know. Good job by the blocking. I like when receivers block, right? That's something that you can work on in practice. You can coach. But as you know, blocking is a mentality, right? It's something you have to want to do, and give Ray Ramil some credit. He did an outstanding job. So that's a holding penalty against the Sabercats.
That's going to back him up, and they'll repeat the down.
That was a good call there by the official. I'm not sure who it was, but you could definitely see it was number 2 being held. Sebastian Serrano, sorry.
Well, the Cats are going the wrong way here, where they need to figure something out in a hurry. But credit to the Huronia team for fighting, clawing for every making the Cats claw for every yard that they want to get here. So
it'll be second down and 20. Varpio takes the snap. He hands it to Gazzetti, and Gazzetti just runs into a brick wall.
They go back to Gazzetti. He gets up to midfield.
Led by number 24, Peyton LaPointe Ward.
LaPointe Ward, Noah Niles in on the tackle.
He got some help by Noah Niles, so it'll be third down now in 14. And it looks like
Right at the 55-yard line, 3rd and 14 for your Sabercats.
Huronia.
So we've got a special connection here. We got some notice that the quarterback, we were talking about throwing it away. The quarterback can throw it as long as it reaches past the line of scrimmage.
Fair enough.
So thanks for referee Corelli for his assistance and helping us out.
What a boot by Carter, and it's off the hands of Davis, and it's recovered in the end zone by Huronia. How did Huronia pick that up? But Sebastian Sereno deserves a heck of a lot of credit there.
Fantastic play.
Oh, sorry, that was
Jack
Kukin?
Familietta looks like was the one, 27 maybe? He was the other young fella back there. So, wow, that could have been a pivotal play. So it's going to be 1 for the Sabercats, I believe, because that was recovered in the end zone, and they're going to bring the ball out. So that's going to be a point. So that should make it 30-12.
Yeah.
Doesn't really change. They still needed the 3 scores, right, as we discussed. But, you know, that could have been, if the Cats had jumped on that, that would have been a touchdown. And the Huronia team's got, as I saw it, Jack Familietta was back there to make that recovery. So
Huronia will take over first down and 10 from their own 35-yard line, going left to right on your radio dial with 7:24 to play here in the fourth quarter.
That's good for 1 point. Makes it 30-12.
Ivan West, you know, give the kid some credit, right? He came in at halftime, came in cold, and he's played a pretty nice half of football here so far, a quarter and a half for this Huronia team. He's led them to 2 scores. And he takes the snap there. He looks. And he just kind of threw that one away as he had number 85.
Looking for Davis.
Mitchell Commissure coming in at him.
Yeah, and Judah Davis looked like to be the target there. So, you know, we've seen his speed already today, and that's if I'm them, that's one of the guys I'm trying to get the ball to. So, shout out to referee Corelli watching from Toronto. Thanks for your support today and straightening out the rules with us. Us old guys have trouble remembering sometimes. So, thanks for your help, Jimmy.
West takes the snap. He looks to his left. And West steps up nicely in the pocket. What a great route that was, and it's complete. Nice catch by number
nice pass. Brought down in
18, I believe, Jake Ellen, sorry.
Yeah, Nicholas Vecchio on the coverage there. And looked like Coach Antonello sent a free blitzer. And credit to the quarterback, Ivan West, dodging and making the time-on throw there. So
West takes the snap again, hands it off this time to, I believe that's number 20, Nick Stewart. He picks up close to a first down.
Run up the middle, tackle by number 41.
Who let Jim Corelli go? Who let Corelli go to Toronto on football day in the Sioux? I mean, this is
maybe
what's football without him?
You know, we can give a shout out to his daughter Taylor Corelli.
Absolutely.
What another outstanding athlete from Sault Ste. Marie doing the triathlon stuff there.
100%.
I don't think I can make it to the parking lot, and she's doing all this. So hats off to her as well.
It's incredible. If you're new to this and don't know her story, please look her up and take a look as. That was Mitchell Commissar yet again with a huge play there.
Another young man I had the privilege of coaching over at the Cora program, and he had a little bit of assistance there from Grant Matheson. We called his name several times today, so we're going to have to start targeting some players of the game here, Coach.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that soon, yeah. Ivan West. Keep calling him Ethan West because we know Ethan West from Ethan's probably loving it.
Another ball.
And there's another throw downfield, and it's caught by Judah Davis. Downfield. Oh, did he get? He did get in.
For Davis.
And he gets around Trecarton, and Davis with another big touchdown. My goodness.
I don't know. I know we're a little bit early with 5 minutes to go, but front runner right there has got to be player of the game for the Huronia Stallions.
Yeah, you know what? You could
he's
argue.
done it all today, and
Yeah.
Ethan West coming in the second half, however, but, you know.
I know.
Sorry, Ivan West.
Ivan,
I
you
did it
same
because
thing
you
as
did
me.
it.
I know. But no, you know what? Yeah, I mean, Judah Davis has been outstanding, but Ivan West, this team hadn't scored a point in 6 quarters, and then they make a quarterback change, and they come out, and now they've put up 3 touchdowns in a quarter and a half. So
they're going for 2 here, so
you can't discount what Ivan West has brought to this
not
team
at all.
here.
He's added the spark that they needed on the offensive side, and when they're watching film, maybe they didn't have a lot of film on this young fella,
And West with a beautiful throw to Matheson
Excellent
Barr.
throw to number 4, Matheson Barr, and that's good for 2 points.
And again, I'm not trying to be, that guy, but that's a 10-point lead right now, right? That 1 point from earlier on could have made it an 11-point lead, right? I know.
sometimes country instead of rock and roll
That's
is
right.
okay,
That's right. So, but again, if you're Huronia on the other hand, Huronia has gone for 3 2-point converts. If they would have just kicked those 2 extra points, they'd be down by 8 right now, right? And not down by 10. And this is exactly my point of you only go for 2 when you have to go for 2, right? It's this, we often think as coaches we need to do it now, but instead you'd be in a 1-score game with 5:05 to play, right?
Yeah, and here comes that onside kick again. So
this has been dangerous for them. So we should ask Jim Corelli what the call was on what he thinks the call was.
He gave us a little bit of it. He did give us a note. I'll go back to it shortly here after we watch this play.
So Schwartz on to attempt yet again. You can't. I don't know if you can do this. Bring a guy on this late.
That's a late substitution.
That's a late, but I don't think the ref has blown it in yet. Oh, because the Sabercats need one too, so he's going to allow both of them.
And Jim indicated earlier it was the wrong call. Only the kickoff team can interfere, and be called for it. So that's the answer to that one. And we talked about Taylor. She's defending her Toronto title right now. That's why Jim's down there watching.
Awesome.
So,
and there's
his daughter.
There's another onside by Schwartz, and it's taken again by Goche. No fear, Goche.
Onside kick is fielded
Beautiful
by Goche.
play there.
So good luck to Taylor down there defending her
5
title.
minutes remaining. Your Sabercats will take over.
It just doesn't feel right without Jim here, though. Jim, again, long-time official here in Sault Ste. Marie, long-time coach here in Sault Ste. Marie. He's given back to the game in numerous ways. So, Jim, we hope you're having a great time down there, but you're definitely missed up here as well.
The referee that I was able to play in the Maniaco St. Pierre tournament today to benefit a great cause, and I got to play in that today, and I just found out, I got news, we finished second, so I got a $75. It's been a good week for golf.
That's
for
good,
Ray
yeah.
I got to tell you.
Good for you. Varpio takes the handoff, and there's that little out pass to Carter on the outside. I was going to say, you know what? The difference in this game was Nate Carter arguably taking that out and then getting stopped short, because that gave Huronia all the momentum. Nate is a baller, though, right? And I would expect him to want the ball in his hands now. He wants to make up for it. He wants to ice this game up. So look for the Sabercats to get him involved here.
Yeah, and eat some clock here too. This is that's part of the game that I learned from Tom Annett on clock management. It's extremely critical when you get into some of these scenarios, right? So.
Absolutely. Varpio again from the gun. He hands it off to Gazzetti, and Gazzetti cuts, and he's taken down by number 57, Gavin McGregor.
57, Gavin McGregor.
And look at that. They're getting a little excited here on this Huronia sidelines.
Looks like we have an injury timeout coming.
So that'll be 3rd down and 3, and the Sabercats will be forced to punt yet again.
That'll be it.
Wow, there's a definite momentum swing here. Bono, what do you see in here?
I just think, in this game, you don't want to say that the Sabercats were counting their chickens a little too early here, but
You know, this Huronia team, regardless, they deserve a ton of credit. And Alex Gordon, the coach, deserves a ton of credit for just battling back. I mean, they were down, 29-7 at one point, and now they've brought it to within 2 scores, and they have a legitimate shot here. And what a tackle by Nathan Gazzetti. Are you kidding me? What a play.
Gazzetti tracks him down.
So you know what? I was concerned that they were going to kick it again to Judah Davis. I'm going, oh, please, he's an elite athlete. Don't kick it to him again. And
10 from their own 10.
Thankful for the Cat team, Nathan Gazzetti went down there and was able to corral Noel. Sorry if I messed this up, Kukin. So it's going to be Huron's ball at the Huronia's ball at the 11-yard line. So
yeah, that arguably could be one of the plays of the game here for the Cats, as now Huronia has to go.
They got to drive the field.
Yards, yeah.
They got to drive the field twice with under 4 minutes to go here. So nothing behind is the coverage you want to play, but you got to keep an eye off on this young fella, Judah Davis. That's who I'd be getting the ball to.
Ivan West takes the snap, and West again with a handoff inside.
Hard run to the middle.
What a big hit yet again.
Ethan Novello making a huge hit there.
On Stewart.
By Nick Stewart. I'm not,
Nonetheless,
I know you don't have to
Stewart.
panic if you're Huronia, but showing that kind of patience.
They're not taking any time. They're getting ready. They're into the set already.
Yeah. There's Ivan West. Ivan looks deep, throws it up. Oh, and that could have been a push in the back. And that's going to be a penalty, absolutely, against Neshoba Moore. And that's a pretty easy call by the officials.
We do have a flag on the play.
As Moore two-handed him in the back. Yeah.
I don't think he even needed to do that.
I agree.
That's the unfortunate part about it, but that was a little bit, I don't know, that was a little bit of a flop. He didn't really push him that hard. So, but credit to do that, right? He didn't need to push that off, and he would have definitely been able to at least make a play on the ball.
Yeah.
And they're going to give him 10 free ones there.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a penalty. You're right. It's one of those ones I think it looked worse than it actually was, but again, you as a defender, you know this, right? You cannot have your hands on the receiver like that and push him off the route. So that'll be a first down for Huronia with 3:08 to play.
And it stops the clock. That's the other.
That's the other great point. Yeah.
So 15-yard penalty.
15.
Against
I said 10 earlier. My mistake.
Your Sabercats for pass interference.
So it'll be first down and 10 from the 27-yard line for Huronia. Ivan West again lines up. Judah Davis going over, having some words with him, telling him what to do. Two receivers to each side. He takes it. He looks. And what a play there by Kieran Juma.
Nice play by Kieran Juma.
He read that from a mile away.
Incomplete. Second down.
I'm not sure, that Judah Davis got elite speed. And for me, if I'm challenging the Sabercat corners, I'm charging them down the field.
Yeah.
Not on a little flare play with 3 minutes to go in the game.
That's right.
Sure, you're looking for him to break one, but I like his chance of breaking one here one-on-one instead of in a crowded area. So
that's right. It's almost like just throw it up to him and let him run under it and see if he can outrun Trecarton, right?
Yeah. And, as a defensive coordinator, you're just helping him there. You're throwing the ball into coverage.
So we're at the 3-minute warning. Ivan West takes it, second down and 10. Two receivers to each side. He looks. And that's incomplete. Good coverage there by Juma. Intended for Matthew Barr.
So here's the $1 million question. You need 2 scores, and we're below 3 minutes. Are you going for it on fourth down? And it looks like they are.
I think you have to at this point. They're going to have a discussion about it. And Judah Davis needs to hustle back here. So they line up, and they are going to go for it.
This could be the TSN turning point right here.
Ivan West.
Cat sliding back into cover 2 mode.
Yeah, good job. They got double coverage on Davis. And just an underthrowing ball.
Pass intended number 4, Barr.
And again, that pass, even if it was complete, it would have been well short of the first down.
Yeah, you got to be thinking first down yardage on that throw 100%. Because if you underthrow it, he has to make the extra. So, bad decision. That might be Ivan West's first bad decision that I've seen today. So, he's definitely been a pivotal point in this offense for the Huronia Stallions in the back half here. But looks like the Cats are going to try and, if I'm them right now, I'm going to try and eat some clock up here. So
absolutely, they're going to, expect to see a heavy dose of Gazzetti here. Just work the clock, kill as much time as possible. It's already a 2-score game. If you can put one in here and make it a 3-score game.
Yeah, and just be smart about it. And they can. They're already within Vecchio's 3-point range here, so it'll be interesting to see if they get to that point.
And they just pitch it out to Gazzetti, and Gazzetti makes some guys miss as usual, and he just wisely, smartly stays in bounds, finally taken down by Mitchell Belcourt.
Down inside the 15-yard line, so
it's going to be enough for a first down. So we'll be announcing the Wendy's and
Team Essentials player of the game for each team here shortly. Just want to give a quick shout out to some of these graduating players, Bono.
Yep.
Jaden Trudeau graduating this year, Ethan Novello,
DeBroca, Ray Ramillo, Landon Jacarton, Nicholas Vecchio, Ethan Aruda, Donovan Matthews, Michael Weiss, and Marcus Palumbo. So hats off to those guys for, giving their time to the program and wishing them all the best in their future success as they graduate.
Absolutely, and they've represented this program exceptionally well. So it looks like the Sabercats going to have the ball second down and 10 from the 15-yard line. Varpio takes the snap. He looks to his left, and that's just out of the reach of Trudeau.
Varpio looking for Trudeau. Falls incomplete.
So it'll be third down and 10.
Hey? No.
Interesting call here to see, to not just run the ball here and kill some more clock. The fact that they threw the ball. They are going to attempt the field goal. And while they're doing this, we'll name the player of the game for the Huronia Stallions. I'll let you do the honors, Coach.
Well, it should be no surprise to anybody today. This young man had himself a whale of a game, and he was definitely a difference maker, and that's what you look for on players of the game. With Judah Davis, number 1 for the Huronia Stallions. Outstanding game today, player of the game.
Wide receiver, so great job by Judah Davis today. On for the kick, Vecchio, ball is up, and the kick is good. So that's going to put the Sault Sabercats ahead by 13 with 1 minute and 53 seconds left to go in the game. And we're going to see what's going to be going on. So, and Grant Matheson was also graduating this year, so he was a little bit of a miss on the typo. So, Coach Bono here, why don't you give the Sabercats player of the game, because I think we're both in agreement here.
So the player of the game for the Sault Sabercats today, I think, you and I, agree. There were some outstanding performances. We talked about Varpio, who played really well. Declan Gauthier played an outstanding game, just showing no fear with those onside kicks and stepping up. But I think you and I are in agreement that the best player on the football field today, especially on the defensive side of the ball, was number 99, Grant Matheson. And we talked a lot about him and his performance here today. So congratulations to Grant on his Player of the Game award. And he was all over the place, in coverage. He was stopping the run. Just overall, he's kind of an emotional leader for this team, and I think that he absolutely deserves that award. Coach, what do you think about it?
100%. He was the difference maker in the first half. He made the runs really tough for Huronia, and that he changed the game outlook, and Huronia had to get away from and make changes in their offense due to because what he was doing. So
pitch to Stewart.
Some other great plays today by obviously. Honorable mention. You mentioned Alex Varpio. Nathan Gazzetti also had his usual great game. A couple things got called back on him, or he would have scored a couple more there. So But terrific performance from the Cats team here today with 1:46 to go, and they're up 13. So
yeah, I don't think it can go I don't think it should be ignored what Varpio has done here today, right? Varpio, a kid, backup quarterback, grade 11 kid, comes in and he's playing in what is essentially a playoff game. And there's a nice little completion again to number 18, Jake Ellen. But Varpio comes in off the bench,
Coach A with the tackle.
and he played a terrific football game today. Like, he really did. He managed the game well. He missed a few passes, but he hit more than he missed, and he made the plays when he needed to. And I really liked his presence out there. He didn't seem like he was too nervous. He didn't seem like the moment was too big for him, playing in front of this massive crowd. So a testament to what Varpio did today, absolutely.
And you know what? I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Ivan West coming in the second half as an honorable mention, because I think had he played the whole game, he'd be in the same conversation as Judah Davis today, because he made a difference today.
That's right. We talked about him as a potential for the player of the game as well, and coming in at halftime, he did a terrific job for this team. This Stallions team, again, I can't say enough good things about them. The fact that they came out here and they looked like they were going to be out of it early on, but it's just a testament to their work ethic and to their coaching staff, and especially to the players, that they were able to kind of fight through and keep grinding. And if you're Coach Gordon, you got to be pretty proud of your team here, because again, it's not like I don't feel like the score is necessarily indicative of how this game went.
100% not.
Yeah.
Character.
That's right.
That's a lot of character. That shows character when you're able to make those adjustments after being down in the first half, and for them to come back and get 20 points on the board in the second half. Hats off to them for making this try and work, right?
Well, again, on football day here in Sault Ste. Marie, we appreciate everybody joining us for Game 2. There's a flag on the play again. We'll see what that is. But again, it's important to just kind of take a second here just to recognize everybody that's involved with football here in Sault Ste. Marie, right? We have Brad Cochamilio from from Sault Today, who does a terrific job of covering football here in Sault Ste. Marie, and he doesn't let it go by the wayside. So we appreciate him being here. Chantal Boucher, who does everything, right? Chantal does everything. She's at almost every football game there is. She works her butt off. We appreciate what she does as well. You got Chris Carr, Phil Bombaco on the announcing, right? And
we got, I think, Gord's here from the Sioux Star. But, hey, the guy that's most important to us and gives us the ability to be out here and be able to comment on the game is our boss, Jay Houselander, and his family.
Nicholas Becker, excellent defensive play.
If it wasn't for Jay, you wouldn't see this game evolving as much as it is. So hats off to the boss back there for all the great work, and he's got his son down there.
Yeah.
And I believe it's Jay's wife's birthday.
I was just
today,
about to say that. It's his wife's birthday, and he's here covering football.
We're definitely not going to sing, because we sing solo, and nobody's got to hear us.
So happy 23rd birthday to his beautiful wife.
Carrie Lynn, apparently you're 23 today.
That's
and
right.
That's the number we're going with,
that's
since you're the one that sends us the money. So.
Absolutely. So with 58.8 seconds to go, again, the Sault Steelers, if you're in town, the Sault Steelers do play tonight against the Sudbury Spartans down at the John Rose Rocky DiPietro Field. There's nothing, this is a beautiful facility up here, Coach Baz, but I'm a little bit old school, and there's nothing like watching football at the Rocky DiPietro Field. So really excited to watch that Steelers game tonight. It's a beautiful night. Come out and watch this northern rivalry, and let's just hope for the best. And the Sabercats are 2-0 today. Let's hope the Steelers can make it 3-0.
Yeah, it'd be a perfect day for Sault Ste. Marie football if they can get 3-0. And just for you people that are listening, Saultsports will have that game shown. They're recording it today, and they'll have it out tomorrow, so you'll be able to catch that on Saultsports.
So that'll be looks like a penalty on Huronia.
Yeah, him and Jaden Trudeau got into a little bit there. And,
yeah.
That's just a little bit of frustration. You make a long bus ride, and then you got to go home, and it's a 6.5 hour, by bus maybe 16 and 20 minutes.
Stallions up a little bit after the penalties applied.
Yeah, we've done those trips a few times in our day.
Wow, I'll tell you, for For 20 years in my career with Frito-Lay, I reported to Barrie, and then the last couple I was reporting to Ottawa, and now I'm back reporting to Barrie. And I've made that trips more than anybody has, so I know how long that trip takes.
Yeah. So it looks like Varpio again in the gun. Varpio over to Gazzetti. And Gazzetti all day, and Gazzetti wisely, smartly. That's a heads-up play by Nathan Gazzetti. I love to see that, right? Kid could have taken that in for a touchdown, but instead he knows he just wants to wrap the game up, so he slides down.
The W's are more important than the stats, and not just, you know, I mentioned, I talked about him earlier, what a classy kid he is.
Yeah.
You know, one of the most polite, respectable kids I've ever coached, and he just showed it again. You know, he gets it.
Absolutely. So the Cats are going to run this clock down. They can't take two knees quite yet because there was 48 seconds on the clock. So they're going to have to run a play here and try and get one more first down or kill a few extra seconds. Oh, and let's see if they can. That's smart. Give it to Gazzetti. And Gazzetti, this time he goes in for the touchdown after we just say all these good things about him going down early. So Gazzetti punches that one home. That'll be the icing on the cake.
Way to make me look bad.
Yeah, right. I know. Hey, Coach, yeah.
I got to give him a kick in the butt after. He makes a nice play, and I don't know, maybe he got told to go through. So
I know.
He deserved it, though, for the ones that were called back.
100%.
So if anybody deserved it, he deserved it. So that is the proverbial nail in the coffin here for the Huronia Stallions, and looks like the Cats going to be pretty happy. They don't have to go on the road.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we appreciate Huronia coming down here. Classy organization, classy team. They came out here, represented the area extremely well, and we appreciate the effort, and we appreciate the great game that they gave us here today, as they've been playing hard right to the end, which is all you can ask for. So again, much appreciated. So with 17.7 seconds to go here in the game, the Sault Sabercats have extended the lead now to, I don't know if they've updated the clock quite yet.
Not yet, no, because it was 33, so another 7. It's got to be 40 now.
So yeah, it'll be 40-20 if the clock,
So you know what? As being a former coach, just as you, and you're still a current coach because you're not as old as me, you don't get to retire. So
that's
just like to recognize the coaching staffs from both teams. You know, Coach Alex Gordon, Christian McKeag, Craig Heptich, Jamie Cook, J.C. Alvarez, Jonathan Van Schubert, Ken Binko, Martino Di Sabatino, Nico Alves, Owen McLeod, and Scott Labeled from the Huronia team for making the big trip down and having his team prepared to give us a whale of a game this afternoon. And not to be outdone as the Sabercat staff, Coach Jamie Antonello, Paulo Rossetti, Christian Mahler, Brandon Corelli, Greg Caruso, Cody Wheaton, Mitchell Stadnick, Travis Zorzit, Ethan West, Jacob Creedon, manager Matt Primo, and trainer Matt Klebus, who's wild at fixing injuries.
Absolutely. So. And the other thing, too, is, we'd be remiss if we didn't thank the officials, right? Some of these officials, they've been out here for a couple games. Now they have to go from here, and there's a whole bunch of them that are going to head down and go rough the Steelers game after this. The officials don't have an easy job, and we are fully aware of that, and we appreciate the effort that they put in, and we appreciate the job that they do. So thanks again goes out to the officials and everybody who is associated with football here in this city. And what a boot by Vecchio, and he's just going to take it out and take a knee. So I believe Huronia will likely take a knee and knee out this football game. And that gives me 15 minutes to get down to the John Rhodes Field. So
well, I think you have 15 more minutes because the referee's still got to go change, take their cleats off. I think you got all kinds of time.
Absolutely. Ray, this was an absolute blast doing this with you. We've talked about doing this for years. I really appreciate it. I look forward to doing it again. And thanks again for everything. So
it's been great. This is the Baz and Bono show signing off.
That's right. I'm Tony Bonifero, joined alongside Ray Bazawad, Jay and Shaw Houselander in studio, and Chris Carr on a chair. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll be back next week for semifinal action here from Sault Ste. Marie.
Good night, folks.